And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Savin's World. My name is Savin, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. Sorry about the late start, guys. My OBS crashed, and I had to restart it and go from there. So, live streaming, gotta love it. But we are live now. We are ready to rock and roll. And today we're gonna be watching the second dev stream number 2, and breaking it down. And I gotta say, guys, this one was actually a lot of fun. This was a good watch. This is the dev stream that the Fun Pimps should have done the first time around. First one was an absolute disaster, but they got their stuff together. And yeah, they got their stuff together, and this one was actually fun. They showed a lot of cool stuff, and they had fun doing so, which is nice. So we also got some release date information, which is nice. So yeah, we're gonna be jumping right into it. The first couple minutes I went ahead and skipped because that was them just getting their sound levels all good to go, and we're gonna start from there. So we are back on Thursday nights again. This is going to be our regular stream time, and again, there's no truth to the rumor that I moved from Sundays to Thursdays because, House of the Dragon Season 2 starts soon. In totally unrelated news, we are just a few days away from the first episode of Season 2 of House of the Dragon. Totally unrelated. Not related at all, but I'm actually excited, guys. It's weird. In this day and age when we're getting nothing but crap from Hollywood and from entertainment companies, this is one that I'm actually excited for. So, cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. But before we jump into the stream and get the taking a look at dev stream number 2, oh, and by the way, guys, dev stream number 3 is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, they're going to be doing dev stream number 3, and it's basically just going to be a playthrough. They're just going to jump in and play the game. So it's going to be like gameplay showcase. I'll probably catch a little bit of that, but I work on Friday nights, so I'll probably have to catch the replay. Although they're gameplay dev streams, I'm not as interested in, because if I want gameplay, I'll play the game myself. I'm more interested in seeing the updates and that kind of thing. So this second stream was far more interesting, absolutely, than the first. Far more successful, in my opinion, and it'll probably be the best of the 3. And I'm guessing that, yeah, tomorrow's dev stream is going to be the last one, because they did announce, and we'll get to it very shortly, they did announce their target release dates in this stream. So before we jump in, let me hop into chat and welcome all of you fine folks to the stream. Kelly and Shannon, both here. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Rosario Bono, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. I thought the dev stream was on Friday. Yes, the last dev stream is tomorrow night. We're going to be rewatching the second one and breaking it down, seeing what they have to offer and all that fun stuff. Rosiel, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Incredirox, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And Chase, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, guys. So, without further ado, this dev stream is 2 hours long, and we're gonna try to watch the whole thing if we have time tonight. So, and I'm gonna be pausing, breaking it down as we go. If you guys want to watch the entire dev stream uninterrupted without me blabbing over it, then I did put the link to the dev stream in the description. So it is on YouTube. If you want to watch it, their link is in the description. You can watch it in full without having, listening to me chatting away over it and pausing frequently, because that's what we're going to be doing here during this stream. Lee, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. So let me bring up this window here. Like I said, I fast forwarded a couple of minutes while they were testing out their audio. Let me get the audio turned back on, and let's get this thing rolling. All right, guys, here we go. Dev stream.
I feel like we're good to go, everybody.
Number 2.
Woo! So,
let me know if you guys can hear it okay.
I don't really think I have to introduce them, but Rick and Joel are here. And actually,
and
I'm gonna let Richard. He's gonna do some talking.
We're gonna
over here. So I can pause it. Unlike previous updates, guys, this has been all Lathan, Rick, and Joel. Normally they bring in some of the other developers, some of the other teams to showcase their work. This time around, they let Lathan, Rick, and Joel handle everything. So,
hey, welcome everybody to DevStream 2. We're happy to be here to promote
Big Daddy Evil, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Well, the experimental's coming out.
Sounds good. Good.
We're targeting
Awesome.
June 21st.
Thanks, Kelly.
With public for Streamer Weekend beginning and public experimental on June 24th.
So there you go, guys. Right at the beginning, they did not waste any time. They got right into it and said they're targeting June 21st through the 23rd for Streamer Weekend, and then experimental will come up for everybody on June 24th. That was my guess. Turns out my guess was correct. So let's keep on rolling.
And the latter half of July will have stable and console release.
And they actually give a date for that later on in the stream too, guys. But I won't spoil it.
But right now, we're feeling pretty good about it. The game's playing great, and we're really anxious to get it into the hands of everybody. So for those of you who haven't heard, 7 Days is leaving early access. We're going into 1.0. We've posted a comprehensive FAQ and video on our website, YouTube channel covering the roadmap.
And we've gone through all of that in previous live streams, guys. So if you want to catch up on that, check out Savin's World Live. That's where I repost all my streams.
PC. Also, after that, if you missed the last dev stream, we covered a number of features. There's a YouTube channel video that's been posted that covers.
Oh, we caught it, Rick. We caught it.
Challenge system, vehicles, score.
And also, guys, I'm going to try to keep my composure this week and not fly off the handle and go insane.
Collector changes and improvements for water.
Like I did last week.
Zombie, updated animals, and zombie variants. So, but we have some other topics tonight. We're going to get on to DevStream 2. Before we get into DevStream 2 topics tonight, I wanted to do a shameless plug for if you go to merch.thefunpimps.com, we have an official merch store that has a number of items. There are more items coming. I don't want to spoil too much, but we've got a couple of U2's figures launching with After Stable that we're
couldn't care less
about. And
not personally interested in buying any of the Fun Pimps merch.
Tonight we'll be covering random gen and improvements to it, the world creation speed and the editor improvements, more believable roads that go around towns, distribution of POIs. There's a ton of improvements that have been made. Sean Liptic has carried the torch because many
if you guys haven't yet, make sure and hit that like button.
Our colleague and friend Robert Shong, he passed away in December, who was we're putting a plaque in the game on the Shong Tower for him and pay homage to him. But Sean has picked up the torch, carried Robert's, and progressed Random Gen and done a bunch of improvements.
I have a video coming out about that, Chase. So if you guys missed it last week, I blew my top about the old console version still to this day being sold. And I have a video coming out about that. I felt like I have to make a video, at least warning potential customers, potential console customers, about what's going on, because I could guarantee there's going to be people, console players, watching this and getting all hyped up, because Fun Pimps, they do this every alpha. They get people, really excited about the new update and, hyping it up, marketing and all that fun stuff. But then, they'll watch that and they'll be like, oh, I want to get this game. So they'll go to the PlayStation store, the Microsoft store, and they'll type in 7 Days to Die and boom, hey, there it is, $30. Yeah, awesome. Buy. They'll load up the game and be like, oh crap, what the heck is this? So, because there are no warnings, there's no disclaimers, there is nothing on those store sites saying that the game that people would be purchasing is not the game that the Fun Pimps are currently hyping up. There's nothing to warn the customers about that at all. So, kind of insane in my opinion. Eileen, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Let's keep on rolling.
What else are we doing
Dev
tonight?
stream number
We're
2.
doing improvements to progression. We did a ton of those to make the game play better and have better progression. We're going to be showing off some of the best POIs coming to.
Yeah, Big Daddy
1.0.
Evil. It's pretty scummy in my
crafting.
opinion.
We're going to be talking about updates to Trader VO.
So I'm releasing a video
Q&A,
warning people.
and
That should be out on Monday. And I
gonna
straight up
do a-
asked the Fun Pimps, why
another
are you
live
doing this? Why
stream
is
next
this still
Friday
a
night,
thing?
and it's going to be us playing the game, so you'll get a more of a hands-on look. So without further ado, let's take it to Lathan to show off some of the features and improvements to random gen.
All right, so we are 6 minutes in. 6 minutes, and they're already getting to the show portion of the dev stream. Much better than last time. Last time they were late, like 25 minutes, even starting the stream. Then the first, 20 minutes to half an hour is them trying to fix bugs, fix their technical issues, which they never really did. They were dealing with those issues throughout the entire stream, and they actually didn't get to showing off things until much later in the stream, which was pretty bad.
Here, let's click over here.
As I said, this is
we
what
can
their
look at the
first
random
dev
gen
stream
previewer.
should have been.
Let's, if I can actually click it. Ooh, it looks kind of fancy now. So we have biome layouts now. You can, as usual. Oh, hold on. I was told to point this out. Burnt Forest is back. So
Yes.
there's that. Yeah, Burnt Forest. I see some excitement in chat. So that's back. You can change some stuff around. As
And I
you'd
gotta say, I
expect.
really like
Let's
how
just, let's
random
just
gen
play
has
around with it
how
for a
far
minute.
it's
How
come in the
about-
past few
let me
alphas.
just leave it all, and
They've
let's
done
go
a
and
lot of
generate.
good work with
Let's
random
show you
gen.
something.
There's
fast it
Into
is
the
for
8th, or
one.
welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
Thank you very
can
much for
generate
joining.
an 8K map in like 45 seconds on a
So there should be at
sort
least
of-
a window
doesn't have to be
pop-up
a
stating that the
supercomputer,
version
it
you
could
are
be
about
like
to
a
purchase
decent
is stuck
computer.
in Alpha 15. Agreed. Yes, there should be some kind
That
of
one's really
warning,
cool.
some kind of disclaimer, something to
Okay,
inform
well, I mean, it takes
the,
like 60,
the customer
60 seconds, so.
that this version is dead. It's
I
not going
know,
to
I
be getting
should have had, like,
any
some
updates.
Depending on
It's not
your-
receiving
depending-
any more content.
Depending on your hardware, I think it was about a minute on mine. I have a pretty top of the line computer from about 3
And I think that's a
years ago
problem.
still.
That's the bare minimum that should be there.
2080
I
Ti
personally think that
card,
the
and,
dead version should be delisted.
Okay, 42 seconds.
Boom.
42 seconds.
Nice.
So here, let's go take a look.
Look at that.
Let's go take a look. Now, I need to check my notes real quick, because I have notes on this about what the colors mean. Or actually, one of you could talk about it while I fly
Less than
around.
a
and show
minute.
it.
So
For an 8K world.
One of the things we changed about it is we've made the default layout a central forest,
Richard,
and
welcome to the
reason
stream.
for
Thank you
that
very
is
much for
it's
joining.
starting
Ask, can I
biome
pre-order on
for
PS5
progression,
yet?
and
No, you
from there,
cannot.
it goes
And
out to
do
the other
not
biomes.
try. We were just talking about that. There is a version of 7 Days to Die that is currently available on the PlayStation Store. That version is the dead version that is not going to be receiving any of these updates. So do not order 7 Days to Die on PS5 yet. And you cannot pre-order the the new version as of yet. So no, the answer is no. Rosario, thank you very much for joining the stream. I hope you have a great night. Make sure and hit that like button if you haven't yet on your way out. But I really appreciate you joining the stream. Let's get back to
And you can
Dev
have
stream
a
number 2.
reasonable travel distance when you're doing connecting trade routes for the trader quests. And so we're trying to make it so the default way to play for a lot of folks,
Agreed.
they don't get travel.
Into the Aether, I agree. In a piece, Into the Aether says, in a perfect world, the dead game would have been taken off all the stores years ago. I agree. I think the Fun Pimps, the moment they knew that the old version was not going to be receiving any updates and that it was going to stay as is, that is the moment they should have released a statement and delisted it from the stores. That's my personal opinion. That's the way it should have been handled, but it's not, because it is still right now at this moment available for purchase, and there is nothing on either of the stores that lets the customers know that this is not the version that the Fun Pimps are currently hyping as of right now.
Fatigue if they don't have like a helicopter on by the time they need to go to the second biome, you know. And
the other benefit to that is, you know, you've got a fairly short run to anywhere in the world versus, well, if you spawn up north and you have something south, so you can get to any biome in about a 1.5 kilometer.
Richard asks, do zombies dig down? They do now. Yes, not in the current console
for
version,
those
but
that are
in the
more
new
daring
version
or
they will.
adventurous and played enough of vanilla, Sean has added center wasteland circle biomes arranged like a pie chart, a line, which is kind of like a layer cake.
Well, here, I can show them that in a second. Why don't we talk about, what all these colors mean and things like that.
Oh, so
and then I'll
colors.
generate
So light blue is rural district, yellow is industrial, blue, the darker blue I think is commercial, gray is downtown, and green is residential.
So that's
red
those.
is traders, white
So
is
that's a
wilderness.
Yeah.
And there's improved
I really
road
like
smoothing,
this change.
way more wilderness POIs.
You can actually see after you generate your world, you can see the layout and what buildings are where, and I think they did a very, very good job with the random gen for sure.
In the world, larger cities. What else we got here?
I mean, that's a lot of it. I mean, you can see here. Let me go see if I can find them. They said you can see the spawn points on the map.
Spawn points are small X's.
Yeah, there's really small X's, but you gotta. Yeah, they said
that's
what it was, but
that's.
Anyway, for the most part,
yeah.
You see everything.
He does find the spawn
point. They told me where to look, but man, life of me. I thought it was next to one of these wilderness buildings.
Spawn points in the forest can be seen when zoomed into the map. They are small X's.
Oh!
Country roads.
There it is. Boom! I found it.
So it's
tiny.
So now you can see where your spawn points are on the
So you can see that, so you could pre-generate a world and say, I like that if you're running a server, or you just are very particular and say, I don't want to play a long game without finding that I like the world layout.
Okay, so here, let me do a line. So I'm going to generate this one.
Yeah, I agree, Chase. That's one thing I find laughable is they always say, "Oh, we never, look at modders or anything like that." It's like, come on, guys.
I was able to hit a biome, do a few quests during the day.
It's okay to be honest that
biome base.
You look at other people and be like, "Oh, that's a good idea. We need to implement
bases all over the map. You don't have to. The distance is reasonable.
So if you're trying to figure out what's the right map for me, if you're a real casual player. Maybe you want to generate a 6K map because you're only playing co-op. If you're playing with 4 players and you want a larger map, you generate 8K. So there's more traders, more larger cities per sort of scale of the map, if you will. And of course, if you're running that's pretty cool. That's kind of that sideways layer cake. So the whole, you call that line. So line will flip it one of 4 cardinal directions. And so it'll progress from the least difficult to the most difficult biomes in a layer cake stack, if you will.
Yep.
And he has Wasteland Center, the classic.
Yeah, I really
is
like the
built
new
in
biome
it's more
layout
of a
feature. It's really cool.
large central city, bad area, stay away from it, and you circle around it.
I need to stop
move
touching
groups.
that.
Awesome.
Sorry, keep going. But yeah, you can play with some numbers here. We'll just touch a few. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. Circle. Okay, let's try that one.
And just look how fast these maps
Someone
load,
was saying
guys.
they couldn't hear
It's
Rick
really
now.
cool.
Oh well.
Richard says, "You're gonna give me a
Well,
new
maybe
set
I
of
need to
tips and
eat my
tricks,
mic
Evan?"
after we.
Quite
Mike can
possibly
hear.
once 20.
Now's
version
it,
1
now is
comes
it better?
No,
All right.
I can hear you.
I shouldn't have said that. It was one guy.
I'll pull it
It's
back.
one guy. Everyone else now is deaf.
No, don't eat the mic. All right.
Nice.
I think it's fine.
Boom!
Yeah.
Just look at how fast that's going. And granted,
So we're
Lathan
pretty
probably has a
excited about
pretty
Random
beefy
Gen, and
computer.
Sean
still.
is tearing it up on it. He's really improved the speed. Actually,
They did some smoothing on the trails through the roads. It was unbelievable how nice the little trails up in the mountains are now. That's just one little thing I had to say because I was so blown away when I first saw that.
He's also done some improvements to the algorithm that places POIs. So he's done some performance things. So POIs have a weight to them, and when it places a large POI of
Yeah,
a big
correct.
tier 5 that's heavy,
Kelly
in
says
cost
map loading
to performance,
speed would also depend on
it-
their PC hardware.
it
Yes.
tries to place it lower cost POIs around it, so you'd have more remnants. And the level design team has done a lot of efforts to make more remnant type style POIs. So not every POI that you enter has got a ton of zombies. There'll be more remnants. There's plenty of questable POIs still, but to give the game more variety and to balance performance.
Yeah,
those
and
things
it does
have been
sound
done,
like they've done
and,
quite a bit of optimization
a joint
work
effort.
in this update. The
so
new
we're-
window system,
we're
which we
pretty
actually
excited
get to
about
see
those
here in a little
results.
bit.
They've
And
done
then,
a lot of work on downtown,
the
and they're working
new
on industrial.
POI placement algorithm
It's my understanding.
really, I think
so
should
they're,
definitely help.
Going to make more remnants there was plenty of remnants for basically housing districts like commercial, residential old and residential new. I think had a bit of that, but they're hitting those sort of districts that have the larger POIs that tend to challenge the performance in the game a little bit more. And that content creation paired with the algorithm change is resulted in a lot of good efforts towards performance for everybody.
Desperately
Okay.
needed.
So
That is for
Another
sure,
thing I like
for a
about
very
that
long
is,
time.
all the new remnants just makes it feel more like a wasteland. There's a lot of these
Let's
burnt,
see.
really smashed
Lloyd
up buildings. It's
Bonafide,
super
welcome to the
cool.
stream.
So
It starts
visually it
for
adds
streamers this
something
weekend.
to it, I
Next
think.
weekend.
And they're fun
21st
to
through the
explore, too,
23rd
and-
is the
or
target
take over
for
and make it
streamer
your
weekend.
base for the night if you want. That's always been a good loop in the game since early alphas.
And I will be participating again this year, unless anything changes.
Okay, so after this, do we want to move on to talking about progression?
yeah,
With that, why don't you give me a second? Let me load into a world so we can see some things.
I think that's
okay.
good. That's a good idea.
I started another one generating, so we might as well just let it happen.
So I'll introduce it and Joel take over. So at
Sure.
at a high level, we continue to improve progression every alpha, and we've always said, well, if there's something that circumvents progression or allows players to skip over large sections of progression, we always view that as sort of a design that needed work or some improvements to it. And we, the introduction of stages in the game, so that sales.
Hooligan Fish, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Does the game actually release after streamer weekend, or is that just something to show it off for a couple of days? So the way it works is, if you have it on PC, streamer weekend is offered to streamers and YouTubers and that kind of thing for the weekend before the official experimental release. So the experimental version 1.0 will release the Monday after streamer weekend to everybody. So on the 24th, if you have it on PC, you'll have access to the new version 1.0. Console is different. Console has not been released yet and will not be released until the 25th of July is the target. Bomb, just welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining.
Stage and things like that.
Let's get back to it.
So you'd always want to get a little bit better loot than what you could loot, than what you could craft, or a little better, or craft something possibly better than you could loot, so you'd have something to strive for, and without skipping huge sections of the game. And to that end, Joel and Alan have done a lot of, and Lathan have done a lot of work in there. So take it away, Joel.
Thanks, Rick.
Hey, hold on, real fast. Everybody,
Yep.
you could, we can hold off on the questions. We are not going to be doing a Q&A at this point. So spamming the questions over and over again, it's not going to get it answered. We'll definitely try to find a time to do it. So, okay, sorry. Go ahead, Joel.
All right. So
here we get our
we've done a
first
ton of
look
work
at
to progression,
in-game
like Rick said.
this stream.
Some of the biggest thing that stuck out to me was how, I got a trader reward one day, and it was like, okay, I just went from a brown pipe shotgun to like a purple pump shotgun, and I skipped 2 whole tiers, and I was like, we got to fix this. So we really took a big look at real close look at trader rewards, and we tuned those in. They're not as good now as what they were. So if you're expecting to get all this crazy rewards, no. And we kind of cut the amount of dukes you get in half. And so part of it was the economy, because by day 20 we were almost in game. And that's advanced players and stuff, but playing a couple guys playing multiplayer together, and this is way too fast. So in a couple of long games we've done, two guys that know what they're doing kind of get fairly in game by about day 70 or 80 now versus day 20 to 30. So the game is longer, and we've really made an effort to get you a lot of micro updates along the way. So you're going to be doing a lot more crafting.
So this is something that, I think it desperately needed. 7 days, you could get to the end game in no time. But, yeah. So a progression update definitely needed, from in my opinion.
There's still good loot out there.
We'll see how balanced it actually is,
a lot of there's a lot of crafting, a lot of parts. We kind of reworked a lot of the weapons too. I believe we might have did some of this in 21. I'm not 100% sure, but I know for certain now that there's no overlaps in any guns. So when you go from a quality 6 stone axe into your first crude quality the brown pickaxe, the pickaxe is always better. So there's not
finally. That is good. It was so stupid how your primitive, you could get a primitive, throw some mods on it, and it would be better than your iron tools. So good. That's a good change in my opinion.
This overlap anymore. There was a slight bit of overlap before, but so the progression on the items is more linear and more consistent across the board.
So now there's an actual point in going through the different tiers and the different styles and all that.
What else we did to it, but overall, it just plays really good. We've slowed it down. You're not gonna jump.
Yeah, exactly right.
A ton of tiers on any one item now.
Practically a god by day 30. Absolutely.
Looking for the resources. We've tuned in almost every micro ingredient. Like even cloth now is like used to be a nothing, but now you're going to be, I need cloth just so I can make enough uptake, so I can make
Hooligan, if you are a console player, you will have to purchase the game again.
Little gates you could call
them. It's going
to
be on sale for $44.99.
It's not a good game when you're just totally abundant in stuff. So we reduced the amount of meds that you found. Like I was like, hey, look, I'm day 10 and I've got enough meds for 10 guys to last 2 months. We're just swimming in so much stuff.
Always available with a painkiller or a
antibiotic
before. Yeah.
And now you're just like, it's just a little bit of a struggle. Everything's a little bit of a struggle. You can get what you need, and as far as the economy goes, you can buy what you really need, but you can't buy everything you want. That's for sure. And it's just like, oh, there's so much stuff I want to buy, and but you don't have enough money, So perking into the bartering perks can help you there, and it just feels a lot more balanced and really on par with kind of the vision we've had for this game for so long.
Fingers
So
crossed that these actually telling the truth
I'm
and that
having a blast
this
playing
is
it, and I'm
actually
already on my
how the
third
game plays now, because that is
long
something
game
that
now
has
where I went
desperately
really late on
been
two
needed for a
long
while.
playthroughs. And
Dead
I'm
Meat,
testing
welcome to
out
the stream.
various
Thank you very much for
builds,
joining. Says, I think I heard
and
there would be
they're
discount for
feeling really
console if you
satisfying,
owned
and it's just like,
the
man, this
other
is-
one. They are.
I think you guys
They have
are
not
gonna really
officially
love what
announced
we've
that
done.
that is
It's
happening. They say they are
we
working
touched
on it,
almost
and they
everything,
are
like
hoping
the loot,
to be able to
the
offer a
trading,
discount to legacy
bartering,
console version owners.
crafting. We've updated,
But nothing official has been
a lot
announced
of
as of
recipes
yet.
and stuff. And then the whole armor system comes into play. It's just the whole thing. It just feels like there's so many things you want and so much stuff to get. It's like I just have a dopamine hit constantly in this game because you're getting all these little updates. So
Hooligan
touched the
Fish, that
trader
is an
biome
unfortunate.
tour, so Recht is in the
Yeah,
forest.
unfortunately, you
Jen's
might be
in
waiting a
the
long
Bob's
time
in
if you're
desert,
waiting for it to
he
hit
was in
Game
snow,
Pass
and
because
Joel's in the
they
wasteland.
removed
And
7
those
days
that's
from
the
Game
opening
Pass,
trade routes.
and they do not have plans to add
I
it
think
back
what
to
we
Game
called it
Pass at this
right,
time.
and they
They
will
said maybe
always
down the
send
road.
you to the next biome now. So the progression.
Darren, welcome
is
to the stream.
very
Thank you very much for
predictable.
joining.
Instead of, I've just got sent to Trader Rec number 2 in the same biome. It doesn't do that anymore. So it's always going to go. Rec will send you to Jen. Jen sends you to Bob. Bob sends you to Hugh, and Hugh sends you to Joel. So it's a very a lot more predictable, and it lets us kind of run the game how it needs to be run, so that players. You're going to see a lot more content the way we're doing it now. You could just sit in one biome forever. You can still do that if you choose, but just if you follow the natural progression, you're gonna see a lot more real estate, and the progression of difficulty is going to feel better.
Yeah, and with that difficulty comes better higher loot stage and higher game stage. So with the risk comes the reward.
Right. Like I got sent to the desert, and I was doing tier 3s in the desert, and I wasn't very high level yet. And it was like I got my butt kicked, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do some tier 3s back in the forest and the burnt forest for a little while, and I'm gonna stay out of that other one because I just wasn't quite ready for it. So it kind of had to tuck my tail between my legs and go back.
And again, guys, I
think I posted a
apologize for the
screenshot.
quality
I had
of the stream.
all
But
these crits, and I almost
they
died.
uploaded it
I
in
was, like, biking home
720p,
in the middle of the
so
night. I just
this
said,
is
"I'm
them,
going.
it's
I'm
not me."
gonna stay any longer.
I'm leaving.
It's not the best
Yeah.
quality
I'm leaving.
I'm
leaving.
stream, but
Yeah, it's
what
a
we
lot of
get.
fun. We've just been loving it. This is I say it every time, and I mean it every time. But this is the best build we've ever made.
Another thing that's happened is that quest progression is improved, so you get higher tier quests offered with each trader as you progress, but you can roll back to choose the lower tier quests if you want to now.
Right. So if you want to,
That
you're
was
doing
already
tier
in the
3s.
game, though. You can
I
do
don't
that
have time
now.
for another tier 3 today. I'm gonna do. There's only an hour of daylight left. I'm gonna grab a tier 1 and see if I can get that done in 1 hour. There's like one 300 meters away. I'm gonna knock that out. So you can make that choice, and do the lesser tiers that you've unlocked.
I have some notes here about armor for progression, where quality determines perk level now. Does that ring a bell, Joel?
Okay. Right. Yeah. So the quality of each armor dictates the magnitude of the perk. So, like a brown mining glove might give you 10% more harvest, and each one's probably a 10% increment, and the legendary bumps up even more than 10%. Usually that's like
So
20%,
Trader Rect is
something
the
like
forest
that.
trader,
It
which
depends
means
on
for the
what
majority
perk
of our
is.
games, guys,
We couldn't do
Trader Rect is
consistent
going to be our
on everything
first
because
trader
some stuff is
every
just
single
geared
time.
different, but
Unfortunately.
Generally, that's the formula that we followed when we created all this stuff. So it gives you, not only does the higher quality armor, give you more protection, but you get better perks with it, and then of course the bonus perk when you collect all 4 pieces and equip them all of a matching set, that scales up too. So if you have a full legendary outfit,
Darren says no information about the
awesome.
helipad
It gives the
transportation.
player a
Nothing
lot to
yet.
strive for.
That's still just
And we found ourselves,
speculation and a
in
rumor
the
going
early game,
around,
you'll
but
be
I
mixing
still
and
believe they're
matching
going to add something.
as
It's
you,
gonna have
get into
some
crafting, and
meaning,
you
some
get
point.
set up with a workbench to where you can craft your own armor.
whether
you'll
it's
be
fast
wearing-
travel
probably
or
wearing a
something
matching
like
set
that.
to get all the bonuses.
Matthew Mowry, welcome to the
That's
stream,
pretty
says, I love Trader Rec. He makes me laugh.
Hey, I do want to point out something because I've
He
been
does have
kind
a
of moving
certain
around
charm.
while you've been talking. For any of you seeing any sort of stutter, that's because I'm now using the stream machine for this, so it's sending my picture over to another machine and then doing it. So you might see a slight bit. Me playing the game, there is no stutter whatsoever. So I know
it
there
runs
was like a
better
hitch
than-
for half a second, but that wasn't on my end.
It runs better than it ever has on
Yeah.
my PC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd
definitely.
Bonafide.
Even on hordes, and I
That
play
is,
with
it's kind of a
like co-op. I have
catch-22.
one client connected, and we have 24 zombies apiece, so we've got 48
No,
alive.
YouTube, I do
banging
not
on our
want
door.
to insert an
And it's
advertisement in the
still
middle of my
running
live
fine
stream. You can piss off.
us. But I have a really high.
There's no
computer.
mystery now, because one of the
This
fun things
Media
is,
Man, it still
okay,
runs
which
good
trader
now,
am I
but
going to
I'm
get
running
next?
The server too, so.
Mine's Media Man, and it runs.
So it
pretty
kind of
darn good.
removes the mystery, because
Yeah,
now you'll know
on
that
high
each
ultra
trader is going to
settings.
send you to the next one in the line.
Oh, you want to go
But
back
at
into
the same
editor
time,
real
that
quick,
means that you
or
won't get
main menu.
3 Trader Recs in a row, which I did in my. For
I
all you
can.
members out there who have access to
Oh.
the members videos,
Yeah.
Well, I was going to show the
you'll
trader.
know my.
Do you want to go in?
I think it was the strength
some
only
DO?
challenge.
Well, no, wait,
that,
no, real quick. So I know we covered. I know we
Or
covered.
what do we do it?
That it,
So I know we
got
co-
3
I know we-
Trader Recs in a
So
row.
we'll do that later. That's later in the
Okay.
agenda here.
Okay, I thought
So but I think since Alan and Joel have done some work on character presets, let's just glance over character presets to give them people who missed the last stream. We'll give them a quick
Incrediroxes
overview.
can't wait to hear
Oh, yeah,
all
go
the
to
new
options.
trader voice
sure,
lines.
sure.
Yes.
Real quick, let's
They're
just
finally
show.
adding in.
Yeah, click through
Op-
some of these. We showed this
some
last
new
stream, but
dialogue,
these
which
are
is
some of the
nice.
presets
Getting
that are
some
being
new
worked
lore,
on to
getting
show
some
you
new,
just how much
story
variety.
beats in there.
Now these are not mix and match at this point. I think these are full character sets, right? Most of them, but and most of them don't have their headgear
Yeah, these look like full sets for the most part.
with
Yeah.
minus headgear.
Minus the helmet, just so you can see their face, obviously.
But you can see the breadth
Oh, what
and
happened to him? Oh, that's him,
variety
okay.
of this character system. You can mix and match. Like for example, if you took that guy, you could put a nerd. You could change the
Here,
outfits
I'll stop
from
at
the.
Manny.
Stop at Manny. All right, so you could take Manny's boots or his legs or his chest or his gloves and keep one piece of those 4 pieces headgear. I guess it's really like legs and torso together in this. And then click on the next one, and you could say I want to use the torso pants from the farmer set here, which is what that one is. You can mix and match.
Still
those.
not 100% sold on the new
so there's
armor
16
system. We're going to have
full
to actually get our hands on it and
sets of
take a look
4
at it. But I will
with
say
male
the
and female,
artwork for some of the new armor sets looks pretty
topography,
good.
if you will, conforming to the kind of bodies of a male and female. But some of the females, which we pointed out in the last stream, are unique. Like the Enforcer one has got a unique set for a female. It's a female blazer, and it's a different color, it's a different cut, it's a different model.
Right.
Cool. I mean,
Anyway, I thought we'd show that, but
I'll leave some for them to see.
yeah, there's a ton
On
of
their
content
own.
there and a
mean-
ton of options, with it. If you should not be missing the old UMA setup. for
Immortalis,
gameplay,
welcome to the stream. Thank you very
or
much for joining us. I want to
visuals.
see if I get to dress like the lumberjack poster
No,
girl.
we kind of created an entire.
I know
new
there is a
light armor
lumberjack
set,
outfit,
and that
so
kinda
that's a
replaces
strong
all the
possibility.
clothing, So it's kind
Okay.
of still that represented, but so we have the light, and then we made the old light armors kind of like medium, and then the heavy is heavy. So we have 3 different armor classes now.
Richards is going to be
Yeah, no,
rotating
it's
armor, one
it's
for battle
amazing
and one
stuff.
for
So
looting. I think
let's
it's
go into POIs,
it could be
now
more
go into editing
significant than that.
tools,
It all depends on the
World
set
Editor,
bonuses.
And I want to give a shout out to the level design team who has,
Because
Wait, the world editor?
in every
if the
level
set
editor.
bonuses are
Yeah.
significant, then
Okay.
you might be switching armor
and,
types more frequently than
those
you
guys
think.
kill it every alpha. They've done 75 brand new POIs and updates to old POIs. There's
Kelly
some
says,
new
"Will they have a
triggering
quick
systems.
change?
There's-
Not in this
there's a lot
update, but
more
in the
than we're able to
first
cover in the
first
stream
update
that
after
they've
version
done.
1.0. They're going to
First
be
off,
introducing
I
the
want you to
wardrobe
load up
system.
School_03. If you go over to there,
Now we're getting into some of the new POIs, guys, and you got to give it to the design teams.
Okay,
Every
so
alpha they release some
This is
pretty
designed to
awesome
fill the gap in schools
POIs.
that we've had, and it's also a tier 5, which he wanted to school. And this is Eric von Rothkirch's work. He's a colleague that's been I've worked with him for years, and he's does amazing work. He always seems to surprise me what can be done with the voxel engine with his work. And this is a tier 5 that's coming. So you can fly around a little bit. I don't think there's any surprises that he's noted that he doesn't want me to show. We're not going to play him tonight, but we're going to give you a tease. You can fly around a little bit and see kind of what some of the interior and exterior look like.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go more on the roof or anything because there could be some surprises up there. I'm going to stay kind of low.
Yeah, I agree, Matthew.
Just
The
in
new school looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just go into
Looks really
if you want
good.
to go in a few rooms.
Really
I think
good.
That's fine. This is in the editor, so you don't get to see it kind of like in world view, which
Deadly
kinda-
says, I would like to have cosmetic only armor where you keep the armor bonuses but have a
No,
different look.
over
And
there,
that
there's
is
a
coming with the
quest marker
wardrobe
in the back
system
over there,
in the
okay,
first
behind
major
I'll play
update
that. I'll play that.
after version 1.0. They've already announced during the Neebs gaming interview, they said that they are going to have like
So we've done
transmog system.
We've also done some improvements
of
for the
sorts.
big POIs to improve spawning, so that the volume that used to need 20 guys could repopulate it over a little bit of time frame to keep the frame rate higher, but yet keep the challenge.
Kelly,
up.
this is in the prefab editor.
Tier 4s
So
and 5 POIs, the
what
guys
you're
that-
seeing,
highest
the cars,
population
all the
volumes,
white
they've also
cars,
hit that, so
those
that,
are just
performance in
stand-ins. So
cities
this
and
isn't
playing a
actually
large
loaded
POI
yet.
is-
Those are just
well,
spawners
the lag
for the cars.
is gone, unless you've got about an 8-year-old dad's hand-me-down laptop, and you're trying to. If you got a decent PC, you're gonna have a good time.
Hey,
See how it
those
says
saying
random
put in
helper?
School buses.
That
those
is,
are- these cars are not the actual cars they'll be there. These are helpers. They will generate random cars.
What Lathan just said.
Just a note.
There you
We are
go.
in the editor, so
It's probably the short bus, so I don't. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but these are random helpers, so they are gonna spawn just random vehicles. It will
They're
not
not
just
all
be
white.
white
They're-
cars. Yeah, that's-
Yeah, they're not all white. They're not all white cars.
That's what you get for showing it in the editor.
yeah. We could have played it in the playtest and just not went inside.
Well, you can play from here too if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I
you
know.
could
I mean, we
hit-
could.
hit that,
part of it.
and it would
Yeah.
be all the cars would be random pickups. and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
Here,
in the
you know,
in the
let's just-
prefab editor,
2
you can
seconds.
You wanna
all
play a
these
little bit of
helpers.
it.
You can
Well,
also
I mean,
see
I
where
won't
all
go
the
in. I'll
zombie
just fly
spawns
around
are,
it just like I did.
where all
so
the
they
random
can see what it'll
spawns
look like
happen.
at end game.
And it
I
doesn't
don't
actually
think he
show
cares if
you
you're going in
which
and doesn't
zombies
spoil
will
everything.
spawn. It just
Yeah,
shows you a
You go in
placeholder
and look at a couple rooms or something.
and says a zombie will spawn here, or a group of zombies will spawn here.
Anyway, overall, let's see. Where is it?
Yeah, I don't need items. I'll be fine.
So now you see
That's
that the cars are all pretty much different,
Well, yeah, you're in God mode, right?
different types.
Oh no. Okay.
Run in and punch him in the
So
face.
there's
Gonna go in
There's,
there with fists and just
more than 75 new POIs coming to 1.0. 5 new tier 5s. We have 2 hotels, Haven Hotels and 7-day suites.
And it sounds like now with
football
the
stadium we're
progression
gonna show
change,
part
the tier
of,
4s and
in a
tier
bit
5s
here.
might actually be worth
School
doing.
of 3, which you're
Because
looking at
in the current
currently,
version, there's no
Theater
point.
Stage 01, which is the Minotaur
You
Theater.
can just do
which is
tier 2,
one of
tier,
my
tier
personal
3 at
favorites.
most, and still get
There's 6 tier 4s,
insane rewards.
but there's 75
Stanley
over
Card, welcome
75
to the
new
stream. Thank you
POIs
very
coming.
much for joining.
1.0.
Now I could be wrong, and maybe these were added in 21, but I'm seeing a lot of roadside. I think they're roadside tiles, and they have like water features. Like we ran into this bridge that had a big chunk blown out, and it was all clogged up with cars, and that was kind of like a building opportunity and it's all surrounded by like a river or lake. I mean, and
Yeah, there
so
are
you
quite
either
a
have to
few
drive
there.
around it or clear it and then rebuild it, and that's what we did.
Stanley asks, are they going to
Tired of
increase the
driving
number
around
of
it, and
zombie
there's,
spawns?
like, zombies spawning, and I've seen several.
Are you
of
talking
these,
about
so
in
they're like small
POIs,
things, but to
or
me, they're
because
kind of a really big thing? They're super cool.
your
and have a lot of
game
variety,
stage
on
does
your
have an
travels, like
impact on the number of
roadside
zombies that spawn
checkpoints. Those are
and the type of zombies
super
that spawn.
cool too, and a big pain in the butt until you kind of like go in and clear it, and then you can open it up and then pass through it.
I know I've added a few new tiles to this build cycle, and I don't have those in front of me, and they're continuing to add new ones as they see like opportunities and ideas that come up that, you know, allow those things to happen. You know, overpasses, underpasses. Yeah, there's
So,
one with a water.
for instance, this is a tier 5.
Okay,
So,
now I might
yeah,
be going too far.
Lathan
Let me
is
just jump
Yeah.
out the
level
window.
1.
So let's move on to another one. Let's move
Yeah.
on to
You'll notice there were a ton
theater
of zombies, but they were
underscore
all
stage underscore
regular zombies. There weren't any ferals or
this is designed for
radiated
the T
being
downtown
spawned.
tiles, so
In the world,
You know, it
I
has an
don't
yeah.
think
it has an iconic look.
it depends on if you're in a city or in
so,
a like a wilderness area.
We had a prototype POI that Alexander
But I
made.
don't think they
It's
are
been a few years
increasing the
ago
random spawns out
for
in
this
the
really
world, or they
vintage
haven't
theater,
yet.
and it was always a really cool POI, but the scale was a massive undertaking to do. But I always loved the idea of it, and Eric finally
Theater Stage 01, you said?
theater underscore stage 01, yep. So he finally got some more assets and took on the side. He made this update here, and it's kind of like where you would do plays, and it's kind of a vintage theater vibe. It was a really cool kind of.
Oh
set,
yeah, in previous Alpha
that looks
Stanley,
like
there
kind of
were a lot more
fake little city
zombie
set
spawns out in the
where
world.
you
And I think they
could
one
path
of the
around
reasons
this
they
sort of
they,
theater
they
set, and we have some
tone those
booth
down a bit
seating, or theater
is
seating
for
kind of,
performance issues.
assets and some other stuff that went in to make this a lot more possible.
Yeah, I think we played this the other day. It was pretty cool.
It's called the Minotaur. If you go up and look at the sign.
Yeah.
So this is
the other side.
designed to be kind of a retro theater that you might see that.
Yes, the zombie sense
It's a tier 5.
option, dead meat. I personally don't play with with feral sense on, but
it looks gorgeous.
it definitely
Yeah.
increases
Oh,
the
it's-
difficulty
wow.
and gives you
Looks really good.
more of a challenging game for sure.
Yeah, I think I was blown away by all the theater seating when we got into that.
Yeah, it looks
main area. I was
great.
like, whoa, this is just so cool.
The stage and theater seating, I think you could fly in and give them a tease of that aspect if you want. You know, of course.
With
it
the
has
theater seating?
Yeah, and just the stage. Show them the stage and theater seating. Oh, look at that. This is not where I want to be. Not without being well armed.
You can do it.
You might have to ghost through it or something.
I might have to because I'm not seeing the.
Let's not spoil the path.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of clip through the wall and go in there, just so they can see all the seating. You
Let me
get
go
killed
outside
by
real quick
zombies.
because I am. Okay.
Keep going. So there's yeah. So if you go down there, you can see there's a little kind of old,
There you go.
really nice theater seating. It has,
I'm not turning
Kinda
around. There's some cool thing happened.
They
and I
almost
don't wanna
spoiled
spoil it.
something, guys.
Hey, there's theater seating, everybody.
Anyway, the stage is exciting and cool, and the player can get to enjoy
what do you
that
guys
and
think that
navigate
is?
around and in that when they encounter the Minotaur coming to 1.0.
Sorry, everybody.
All right,
I said
so
I
go
would
back
try
to
not to spoil
Minotaur
the.
zombie confirmed, right?
yeah. So Hotel
sounded
_03.
like a
This is
cop or
made
a
by
fat
Hernan.
Hawaiian.
This is this large modern 5-star hotel. It's called 7 Days Suites. Backstory: by the time of the outbreak, the hotel was holding a convention, and people.
This is really cool, guys. That the design team that are creating these POIs, they're actually giving the POIs a backstory, like an official written backstory for the POIs. That is, I appreciate
Got
that.
trapped inside, never able to leave. Of interest, there's a back area with tennis court, swimming pool, rooftop lobby.
Who would want to leave? Right?
Sweets.
Oh, I don't. I better. He's got another note here, but I think I'm gonna let people. I don't want to tell them that. That's kind of sounds fun to let them find that themselves.
Look
Hernan
at
wanted me
Rick.
to spoil something, but I'm
Good
not.
on you, Rick.
I'm
There's
not
an
That's,
event.
doing
that's
it.
surprising.
There's an
Rick's
exciting
actually
event that's
holding
triggered
back
in this
information.
thing.
He's usually the one
how about that?
that spoils everything.
There wasn't one in the last one. Y'all heard wrong.
Can't contain himself.
We're not giving anything away here.
So this is just like tip of the iceberg for the amount of work this guy's
Yeah, I
doing.
agree,
yeah.
Big Daddy Evil.
Yeah, they do so
That's
much.
something.
Oh, look at that bad
Yeah,
boy,
I'm-
the 7 days sweets.
That looks nice.
that's so
looks
awesome.
good.
I wanna
POIs,
stay
the new
there.
POIs always look
Yeah.
good. They always do a really good job on those.
Build it.
Yeah, I'm
come.
excited to get a little
Except
bit more
for when,
backstory on this
Except
world.
for when
you know?
that scary event happens that I can't
Oh,
talk
right,
about.
Right.
Yeah.
Something just.
Well, no, maybe it's not scary. Maybe it's a good
Oh,
event.
what's going on?
Yeah, something was happening. I didn't want to stare at it. I'm trying not to give anything away as we look at these. But as you can tell, everybody, the level designers have added a lot of cool events that happen using the trigger system. So
The trigger system has gotten more love and has even more flexibility, and the guys have gotten even better at using it. So
yeah,
Nice.
the
that
creative
wasn't
juices are-
stability. That was something actually triggered.
That was a trigger event. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So
That's
I don't
exciting.
think I've done this one yet. I can't wait to find it and do it. It looks awesome.
I was
Is this
not a
tier
fan of
5
the
then?
trigger
Yes, it
system.
is.
yeah,
Nice.
So
Fly a
not for
little
the
bit.
not for the meek. You better
think
be like
it
level
really
25 and have a
nerfed
arm to the
stealth
teeth
and
some
made
fork
stealth
bites.
kind of crap, and
level,
you know,
level,
until you
level
get
50 more like
way
it.
further
Packed
into the
packed
game.
with fork bites.
Level 25 isn't what you remember it to be, Rick.
Struggling,
Well, that's
welcome to the
true. We
stream.
have-
Thank you very much for joining.
Another thing about progression is that we did scale the enemy health a little bit because we thought as in general it was a little bit too light. It didn't scale well
Yeah.
with parties of like 2, 3, 4 people.
No, it was way too easy. So it's way more of a challenge now, and I think players are going to love it. And, you know, the thing is, you're going to catch up to it. You might not be able to be doing tier 5s, you know, at level 25 anymore, but when you're level 50, yeah, you can start tackling them.
We fixed and found a bug to do with party game staging too that had to do with going
that's
into
right.
a POI, and that likely will be a nice welcome game changer if the game has been, if you're used to playing in co-op and doing well, and you're breezing through the game and you're cranking it up on insane always run or something.
Keep an eye on the windows too, guys.
You might take a pause. It might challenge you more than
Because
it used to.
as they're showing off the
appropriately so.
POIs, you
Everybody's
actually
gonna
can
get
see the
wrecked
new
when
window
it
tech
first
in
comes out, and a month later, they'll be like,
operation.
That's too easy.
So when he's backed away from the POI,
You know, it kind of happens
can't.
a lot.
The
No,
windows are
we
opaque.
seriously,
you can't see
we
through 'em.
you know, it
And
is a lot
until you
harder.
get
You have to be a little more
close,
careful.
then
It's
all the
still
stuff
doable,
inside
you know,
loads
and there's
in.
difficulty
So
settings.
should really help
you
with
know,
performance.
That's what that's for. So there might be an adjustment period, but it's not horrible. I'm
Trigger
still
system.
playing.
Yeah, they're not getting. Unfortunately, they're not getting
playing
rid of
above
the
the
trigger
default.
system, Matthew.
Well, look at that,
They're
another
just
triggered event.
refining it.
No, I opened
So-
that. I pressed.
Oh,
it on
you
that.
opened that. So,
Well, I mean,
so
it
let's
was triggered.
let's load up another one then. This is another one from Mr. Hernan. It's called Remnant_skyscraper 04.
Yeah, I
called
was
the Meridian
not a
Center.
big
It's a
fan
downtown,
of the trigger system when it first.
It's a
and
downtown POI.
Still not a big fan of it.
Under
but
construction and building complex.
if they can tweak
Meridian
it
Center was supposed to
improve
hold off
it,
offices,
and
Well, he's got a
utilize
nice
it in a
story
better
back
way,
here.
then maybe
services
I can do
and
one
more,
over.
but construction stopped due to the outbreak and never resumed. Of interest.
Nice.
Exploration, parkour, cranes, loot, park on the side, and the statues.
Is it 05? Wait, 04.
So this is meant to be a remnant skyscraper. If that makes sense, it doesn't make sense to people to think, well, remnant skyscraper, what's that? Well, basically, it's something of size, but it's meant to be lower in performance than like a tier 5 skyscraper might be, like or like.
And
that,
remnants
you
are
know,
not really.
hotel we just looked at, which
they're not
is
questable.
heavier in performance.
So they're
And so you can
good to go
explore
through
it,
to
but
get some
it's
loot.
basically kind of a big remnant. But
Dennis Jr. Thank
can
you very
find
much for
cool stuff
becoming
in
a
it and,
citizen of Seven's
enjoy it, but it's
World.
not
That
meant
is
to be
awesome.
The questable zombie experience is meant to be a remnant.
If you haven't yet, make sure and join
So,
the Discord server because that's
I've
where I
actually
handle
been
all my
enjoying playing a
members'
lot of the
stuff.
Ruins and remnants.
So,
that-
head
that
over to the Discord
game
server.
22 1.0 has to offer. It's
So
Say
Joe
hello
Brothers
to
Builders
all
is
the,
still
all
kind
the
of
other
a healthy company
Discord
apparently.
members.
They made this.
And Dennis
Oh,
says,
shadows are
"What's
great.
up,
Look at
Savin?
that.
How you been, brother? I
Little
am
mannequin.
doing awesome."
Excellent
That's
lighting.
part of it.
Use of lighting there. Great.
That's
I
I
think
Yeah,
think
this
that's
was
what
the
I'm
way
talking
to go
about.
in.
All these ruins, and you have to figure out jump tricks, and I find these
yeah.
very enjoyable.
He
And
mentioned parkour, like this is kind of like a, for us old schoolers, it's a platformer more.
yeah, these are a lot of fun, and I think
Yep,
people
more
are
of
gonna
a
like them. And they run good because they're just not a million windows and all the other things that are in a huge office building that's completed.
And a
or
lot of
whatever,
times the
so.
Remnant
But it's
POIs
just, yeah, it's
guys, they don't
different.
have one like
Really like what you've
dedicated
done with this.
path, right? So
There's
there's
so much
multiple ways
variety
that
to
you can
7
go.
days. That's, I think, the main thing.
And
I'm
Big
trying to
Daddy
say here.
Evil, thank you for becoming a citizen in Savin's world as well.
I mean, I
Thank
don't know
you
how
very
far you
much.
want me
And
to
Shannon,
go.
thanks
I
for
can-
posting. There's the link to the Discord
and,
server, guys.
yeah.
The
The
invite
guys
link.
have mentioned that they're close to like they toppled. If you
So
don't
thank you
count like
both
say
for becoming
remnants and
members. I
tiles,
really
they've toppled
appreciate that.
750 unique locations in the game with this alpha with the 1.0.
750 unique
Try to process
POIs.
that.
That's pretty awesome.
750 locations in the game.
That's pretty
I
good.
had about 10,000 hours in Unity, and I just hit 9,000 hours on Steam, and I'm still finding new POIs all the time. So that tells you something.
And they're still working to fill gaps that they see in data gaps, like, oh, we need more commercial remnants, we need more tier 5s because people like doing sort of the raid quests, if you will, for that require a couple people, and so we're still looking at that data, and they're still filling those voids, and the goal has always been to kind of, I think Eric has set a goal of like hit 1,000 POIs, and
What's the next one?
And that's one thing that they've
we're
announced,
gonna-
that
we're gonna-
even after they've
We're
released
gonna
the final
alright, so
major update,
go,
that they will
well, you
still
can
be
stay
doing
in there
is,
if you
is
want,
creating
but
new POIs.
let's take an
to the game.
intermission and give Joel a chance to talk a little bit more about. I think the next thing up was
Legendary.
legendaries. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you guys have been asking for years and years now, when can we craft legendary items? Well, now you can. So the way we decided to approach
change.
this was very higher tier difficult quest. Either the trader reward or in loot chest rewards will offer you one offer. It could possibly be a reward. You might find it. They're kind of rare, but it's a legendary crafting component. And depending on what tier of weapon you have, the number of legendary crafting components to craft that item goes up. So like a primitive, I think, takes one, where a tier 4.
See, this is. I
top
like
tier,
the ability to craft legendaries,
auto
but
shotguns.
who's
going to
spend their
legendary?
because it's all generic.
If I'm not 100% sure on that, so if I'm off on the numbers,
It's generic legendary
Right.
parts.
Right, but yeah.
So
you could
here-
probably
he's
check the
gonna
recipe
search one up here.
actually. Here, go to
Well, I need
crafting,
the.
maybe.
Let me grab the
book,
magazines
grab,
for it.
grab the magazine, okay. But yeah, and then armor. So basically, you can craft legendary weapons, tools, and armor now. So
Gosh, isn't there a book that? Hold on.
yeah, that's enough.
Isn't there that book that makes it where I don't want to click this 100 times?
Yeah, I know there's a cheat code, but Alan's
that
probably
one?
screaming at you. What?
There you go.
There we go.
Wait, what's that say? There you go.
Got it. Got
Yeah,
it.
read
Yeah.
that sucker.
So he's gonna search
You
up
don't
the
need
the
damn penguin.
yeah,
Hey, I want to keep it
legendary
clean.
parts.
Okay?
It's just a
So there
generic
is the auto
item,
shotgun.
which I really
Right, so
I
how
mean.
many
Who's
parts
gonna
is
spend
required?
if
Just
it's
one?
that
Just
sought
one?
after?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Who's gonna
So
spend
it's
a
all the other
legendary
stuff
part
that
on a primitive
scales.
on a
So I
pipe
know-
shotgun?
For sure,
It's just
like some more primitive stuff, the recipes kind of change. Yeah, see, like I think if you scale the quality on the auto
Yeah.
shotgun, you're gonna see, yeah, so it's like some components completely drop out. So as the complexity and quality improve, the crafting recipe intensifies, where you need harder to get stuff.
so it's
more
cool that
parts,
we can
et
now
cetera, et
craft
cetera.
like
There
quality
you go,
6
yeah,
items.
So you need a legendary.
I just
part
don't
for
like the
that,
fact that it's
so.
just generic,
pretty-
because
they're
it's
pretty
the
hard
same
to
as like
find. I've,
shotgun
you know,
parts.
probably
previous versions, you had
I'm on day
to you had
20.
to
And I
find
think I have one
specific
sitting in
parts
my
and assemble the
toolbox.
weapon.
But on our
And
last
now
Valor
it's just
game, they were
all
piling
generic,
up,
all
where
generic stuff that you
could've
just throw
crafted quite a
together,
bit
and
of
it's
good
kind of,
stuff with them. We did
I'm
end
not a
up
big fan of
crafting
that.
full legendary outfits for both of us.
You had a 70, 80 hours or something in that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
Kinda?
yeah. It was like
yeah.
day 70, I think, and it was right on day 70 we crafted legendary outfits for each of us. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty exciting. You know, it just gives you that extra push to go into those harder POIs. You can't just grind out mats and get these. You got to go into those hard POIs. I think tier 4s and 5s are the only ones that, and 6s are the only ones that.
Big
give you a
Daddy Evil
chance
says,
to
I
drop
hate
these.
that
Oh,
damn
no,
Crucible. I found it
there's
in
a real
the
rare
first
chance you
week,
can
but
find
more often than not, I have to
them in
wait
the,
30 to
the
60.
armor loot.
So
So
hopefully
like
the
the
revamp will even that out. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like
the
the
Crucible
laundry baskets
is,
and washing machines, there's just a super low chance you could get one, but
it
I think I found one
can
there
be
just
very
once,
difficult to
too.
find.
So, but the best way to get them is to risk your neck and go in and do some hard POIs. So,
Which is cool, because that
anyhow,
means,
it's
I
pretty
mean, again,
exciting. So you're not going to have to just wait for the random
makes it
gods
so
to
that
give you one or have one
running
up
up
for
tier
sale,
5
and the traders
POI
aren't going to be handing
actually
out
has a point
legendary
now.
items anymore for some reward. It's just not going to happen. So you'll have to really work for them, which to me that makes the game 1,000 times better. Anytime you work for something, that feeling of accomplishment, you know, it's just a better experience for everybody.
I agree with that.
It is for sure. So you want to let's go
So now
back
you have to run top tier quests and
at
top
least
tier
if you-
POIs in order to
Joel
get the
can
legendary
talk more
parts in
about
order to
legendaries if he
craft
has
the
more
legendary
thoughts on
weapons
that.
and
Load up
armor.
Got
So-
it. That's good.
Because in the
Load up,
current version, there
Army
honestly is really no
Camp
point in
07
doing the
_
quality
camp.
or the tier 4 or tier 5
Underscore.
POIs.
Just a minute.
Really not much of a point at all.
So this
You can
one,
put Rick back on. He's talking now. Lathan.
Sure.
So we're play testing this POI
that
here.
showed live for me.
I missed which one it was, though.
Still have to load it up.
Oh, no,
Just
they
give me a
exited the
moment.
playtest, so he's loading up a new POI. Got it, okay. Army Camp.
You said 07.
Yeah, Army _ camp _ 07. Its name
Oh, yeah,
is
they've showed off
the
this
Blue Mountain
POI
Installation. It's a tier 4. It's a wilderness POI. It's 100 by 100. You can see that. Look at that sculpting work done with the terrain tools and arrows. Done
It'll be
some amazing
interesting to
work
see
here,
how this one
obviously.
spawns into an
So this
actual
is a
world, though.
Tier 4.
Because if it's a wilderness
awesome
POI, that means it's out in the
Army
middle of
camp,
nowhere, and it's got this like
there's a
weird
bunker
hill.
underneath. There's a mountain.
So
It started off as a
will it
Unity
only
train stamp
spawn
and
next
edited
to,
using Sean's terrain sculpting. Yep.
next
pretty,
to
pretty cool stuff.
hilly terrain or mountainous
Inspiration
terrain?
is a real place
Because
called
it would
the
look
Shine Mountain
really out of
Complex
place
that
if
he-
it
you wanted to
spawned
Google
in
That's what he said was his
an area that
inspiration
wasn't
for
next
it.
to a hill or mountain.
Anyway, fly in there a little bit more. This looks cool.
Is this spawn in random gen too?
Yeah, this is
Wow. How do they? I can't even imagine how they put that in. It just fits right into a stamp?
it's a 100 by 100 wilderness district tile.
Yeah, I was just wondering how that mountain's seamlessly integrated with the random terrain mountain without having, but that's cool. They figured it out.
Kelly asked, think they changed it so you can't
So
just nerd
it
pull
looks
up
a
to
little
the
bit
top
like
of a tier
a
5 to get
red
the loot
mesa
on the
with
roof.
the mountain.
From my
Which
knowledge,
is kind
they
of
have
cool.
not
I love
removed
that kind of stuff. Oh, look at that. He's got
pulling
some
as of
triggering
yet,
and some
but they really
flashy red
want to.
lights. What could go wrong?
They really hate nerd pulling.
This is probably a good place to stop moving. There's probably something in there.
Go back outside and look at that mountain sculpt. That's just amazing.
Yeah. Looks really good.
That's awesome. So for those who like army camps and bunkers, a little Half-Life 2 vibe here. This is good stuff. There's some other there's some other wilderness bunkers I've seen that are hidden little bunkers, if you will, like a little fallout shelter that's mini that are on wilderness POIs that Hernan made. He's been making a few of those.
I think we're going to take a $5 here in just a
what
few
did I
minutes,
find here out
guys.
in the wilderness?
Once we
And
get
it's
about
this little
halfway through
25
the
by
stream.
25.
Yeah.
So there's some nice surprises like that coming to this build. Next up is a remake of the classic football stadium.
Ooh, the stadium.
Can't wait
Yeah.
to see it.
So you have to stay out of the football field back end area. That
Not that there's anything there, everybody. We're not giving anything away.
Earl does not want to spoil what happens, on the field.
So there's definitely not anything there, but we're not going to go there either.
And it's 100 by 100.
But he flies up and he actually just shows off the entire thing. He doesn't go back there.
Military
But yeah,
commandeered the athletic complex
you can
as a
see right
processing
there.
center
There's a
for the
mass
infected
grave back
population.
there.
So it
There's
looks
a
like they
forklift,
need body bags, and they tried to
picking up a bunch of body bags and
foreign,
putting them in the in the
inspired
mass
by a
grave.
foreign film called The Flu. And there's a spoiler, but I'm not going to tell you what the spoiler is because I don't want Earl mad. So, but I don't even know what happened there yet, but it looks cool.
It changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it looks
It used to
really
be a
good.
football field, and like 10 football players would spawn.
I think we're going to have plenty of time, so let's load up a third, like a backup from him called Remnant Downtown. So that one looks like it will spawn in random gen too. At least I think it probably will because it's 100 by 100. It's been accommodated to be, universal. It
Wait,
looks
which
like
one? Remnant Downtown, Strip
uh,
07?
Remnant Downtown Strip 07. Yeah, that one.
Okay, that's 18. Oh, there you go. Filler? 07?
Wait. Yeah,
Strip,
that's right.
there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
And so what he says about this is called Bruno's Boulevard. It's a tier
Bruno's Boulevard.
0, so it's a remnant that's a 42. I like the pasta. Look at that pasta sign. That's
Yeah,
cool. Sendex, or what I like to call Fed Up.
Fed
but-
up.
But so Francesca, my wife, used to work at FedEx in a kind of the business side for a while, and I used, when she was having a bad day, I would call it Fed Up. But anyway, so business trip comprised of a major shipping service, an Italian restaurant, modern hair salon, and a small tavern.
So I think we'll take our
Backstory.
$5 after
Bruno
after they
is the
show
owner
off
of the
this
business trip
this
and also
POI,
runs his own
guys.
Italian pasta restaurant in one of the spaces. When attending to business, he relaxes in his living quarters on the second floor above this restaurant.
Oh, that's right there.
Yeah. So watch out for Bruno. He sounds kind of creepy, Divas. Gotta love the naming that you guys come up with. And
Go
we
to-
have,
Look at the Tim's Tavern from the corner.
there we go.
See the sign. No, see the sign that wraps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There
Tim's
you go.
Tavern.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
shout out to the POI
So,
design team. They
and this
always
is
do a
designed
really
to go in the
good job.
downtown district and be something that isn't like, oh gosh, I'm getting nailed with 20 zombies every time I go in a place. This one's lighter weight. It's Remnant. It has a dual purpose design of not having a lot of zombies, not having a ton of loot, but being a cool place to go and explore, and also it has performance benefits in the downtown spaces.
Yeah.
So we have a couple more to show, and we're going to show off Nick's work. This is Old Mole, if you will.
Old mole.
All right. I think that's a good time to pause it. We're going to take a quick $5, guys. Yeah, as Big Daddy Evil says, touch a cigarette and smoke some grass, or smoke a cigarette and touch some grass. Yeah, smoke them if you got them, guys. We're going to take a quick $5. Good time to get up and stretch. Refill your beverage, grab a snack, smoke a cigarette if that's your thing. And when I get back, we're going to continue Dev Stream number 2. Like I said, this one was much better done. No major glitches or technical issues. They showed off a lot of really cool stuff. And this is what they should have done for Dev Stream number 1. Because number 1 was a disaster. This one is much, much better. So we're halfway through, guys. I'm going to throw the commercials on. And when I get back, we're going to keep it rolling. So hang tight, guys. I will see you in a few.
Hey there, folks. My name is Buzz, owner of Buzz's Bar. proud purveyor of our world-famous Grandpa's line of fine spirits and adult beverages. My grandpa always used to say, booze makes you better at everything. So he whipped up a special batch of moonshine, Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Are you looking to master a high-powered, fully automatic firearm? Well, toss back some Grandpa's Learning Elixir and lock and load. Looking to increase your proficiency with some complex motorized tools? Well, don't forget the Grandpa's Learning Elixir. Down that moonshine and get to work. So come on down to Buzz's Bar and grab some Grandpa's Learning Elixir. It makes you better at everything. Please drink responsibly.
Hey there, folks. My name is Nancy Sylvia Anderson, and I'm the new owner of Poppin' Pills. Our beloved founder Jared, who chased a squirrel into the forest and was never seen again, always believed that it was our duty to offer only the best in pharmaceuticals to our customers. And what better way to ensure that quality than by partnering with our supplier, Higashi Pharmaceuticals? I mean, if you can't trust an international mega corporation, then who can you trust? Higashi maintains the highest standards of animal testing performed in the most ethical and humane conditions. They use the latest methods and technology to research and develop life-saving and beneficial pharmaceuticals, like our brand new anabolic steroids, guaranteed to make you jump higher, run faster, and perform extraordinary feats of strength with absolutely no long-term effects whatsoever. So in the words of our beloved founder, come on down to Poppin' Pills and do some drugs.
Hey there, boys. My name is Candy, owner of Big Buns. It's totally a bakery. People just can't resist getting their hands on my Big Buns. The girls and I just love churning the butter, kneading the dough, and whipping up the tastiest of treats that you cannot resist putting in your mouth. We use only the ripest peaches, melons, and mangoes, and our milk cans are refreshed daily. I'm so proud to announce our latest creation, Jigglypuffs. They are just so delicious, and boy, do they jiggle. So come on down to Big Buns and get your hands on some now. We also offer private baking lessons. The girls can take you one-on-one or entire groups at a time. They have what it takes to satisfy your every baking need. So don't get all hot and bothered. We prefer hot and buttered. Ron, sweetie, I think the camera's pointed a little low.
I'm sorry.
So come on down and get your hands on my Big Buns. Big Buns, it's totally a bakery.
We live in a savage world. And I, Dirk Savage, know that better than most. So I opened Savage Country to help prepare you folks for this savage world. You wanna talk savage? I've seen some stuff and some things. Stuff that would drive most men insane. Things that would make you want to curl up and die. Don't believe me? I once tried to grab the last $20 Blu-ray player from Mo Powers on Black Friday. I once made an innocuous post on Twitter. One night, I had a little too much moonshine at Buzz's bar and woke up next to Arlene. Hey, Dirk. No amount of forgetting elixir will erase that. Oh, God. So please, folks, I beg of you, learn from my mistakes. Shop at Savage Country and prepare for evil. I'm a man, and one thing every manly man knows, bigger is better. Bigger vehicles, bigger guns, bigger tools, and of course, bigger workstations. Well, I'm proud to announce the latest offering from that house of manly men working stiff tools, the Alpha 21 Forge. Just look at that beauty. It just screams, I'm a man. Why? Because it's bigger, and bigger is better. Twice as big as the current Wimpy Forge. So don't be a pussy. Order yours today.
Oh, cool. So, does the new Alpha 21 Forge have more functionality?
Who cares? It's bigger, and that means better.
Okay. Is the Alpha 21 Forge more efficient?
Don't matter. It's bigger.
Does the Alpha 21 Forge offer anything new at all?
Bigger.
But
Shut up, pussy. The brand new Alpha 21 Forge from Working Stiff Tools. Because bigger is better. Coming your way soon. When, you may ask? Well, that's for us to know, and for you to piss off. So shut your mouth and give us your money. Be a man.
And I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for hanging in there with me. We're gonna jump right back into this, guys. We're about halfway through the dev stream number 2. We've already touched on a lot of topics, showed off a lot of really cool POIs, and there's still more to come. Titan Maximum 2, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Angus the Beefy, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. If you guys haven't yet, make sure and hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you are enjoying the stream. But let's go ahead and get back in to dev stream number 2.
Old Mole.
Let's roll, baby.
Yes, there is another. There's a couple more Unix that work at the same company. Old Mole.
Mini Mole, Maxi Mole, and Old Mole.
Yeah. He's not talking about Maximal or Mini Mole. He's talking about a different mole.
So Old Mole. So
which one?
The story of Old Mole. So back when Joel and Nick and I all played Quake together, Quake 1, which was like an awesome multiplayer experience, nothing like it at the time. Sorry, Halo guys, they invented multiplayer first. But anyway, we played Quake, and Joel's handle was Mad Mole, and Nick's handle was Old Mole. And my handle was Brown Trout. So we had silly handles, and so it stuck. It stuck to some of us. So anyway, let's load up Utility Refinery 02. This is
wasted a good portion of our lives playing Quake back in the day.
Awesome multiplayer game. Probably working in games because we like to play that game so
the
much.
Naming on this POI is very creative.
This is a
Pipeline Gas Company.
Tier 4. It's a 100 by 100 Tier 4 refinery, and yeah, it looks pretty darn cool. Got tractors, and he doesn't have a backstory, but you could make one up. Old Mole had a dream to drill it for oil, and he finally struck oil, and so he started this refinery. Where's the sign? How can I give it a backstory on the fly if I don't have to see the sign?
Okay, hold on, man. I was at the front for a while.
It's called Pipeline Gas Company.
Well, when he doesn't give it an original name.
So Old Mole had a dream to start Pipeline Gas Company because he always wanted to be an oil baron, and he played King Oil, the board game, a bunch. And
old stories there too. but
and he
we're not gonna
finally
go
struck
there.
oil for real life, not just in the game. So he built Pipeline Gas Company.
So for all the level designers from our team who are watching, this is what happens when you don't give us a backstory of your POI. Rick will just make it up.
Well, I liked Earl's backstory, so I feel like I have to do it on others. So
I think,
No,
gotta
there we
go.
go.
I think
you
this
really
place
don't,
is
Rick.
on
I
the
think
way
you
to
should
Nick's
leave
house,
that
but
to,
it
you
looks
know,
very familiar.
leave that to
actually.
the
it
people.
does
who actually
kind of,
open
you
it.
know,
There's a pipeline out that way.
very, very cool industrial look.
Yeah.
It looks pretty clean.
Yeah, this
It's
one's
like,
all right.
You know,
It's
like
not my favorite POI they've
oil
shown off
company,
for
but
sure.
they scrub everything with Clorox bleach or something.
I did like in the back. You could see multiple
Anyway,
fire
that's
trap
so we have
hazards.
another one called Army Campo 6, and I'll let Joel make up the backstory for this one.
Oh God. You put me on the spot.
Oh, here, if we're gonna put you on the
We
spot.
never
There you go.
we never do that, do we?
Oh, your turn.
Tier
You're
4,
showing.
it's a tier 4. It's 60 by 60. Does it have a sign? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
This is
no.
this is
Just an army camp.
private
Private moles.
private old moles.
I went to boot camp here. Fort Leonard Wood.
Fort Lost in the Wood.
Fort Lost in the Wood, Navigating.
For those of you who have been there, that's I have a son that was a Marine. That's what he called it. That's what the Marines would call it, for Lost in the Woods.
I went there in 1985 boot camp. So it reminds me a bit of that.
So did Christian, your nephew.
We went to
So
the exact same place. Awesome.
yeah, for a while he went there, and they called it Fort Lost in the Woods.
Yeah, I remember a little story when I was learning how to camp there. I had a little snack left over from my MRE, and I saved it, and I didn't know any better. And I went back to my tent light on, and there's a coon in there eating that little candy bar I tried to save. So lesson is, when you're out in the wild, eat all your food and don't leave anything sitting in your tent, or a wild coon will eat it.
MREs is basically
lucky it was
kind of
just a
like 3
raccoon.
colors of cheese whiz or
Depending on
something
where he
like
is.
that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
they're
a bear.
pretty brutal, you know. Peanut butter loaf. And everything's a loaf, you know. It's like turkey loaf, bean loaf. It's pretty bad. But
Rainbow
there
cheese
was like
whiz.
there was like 2 meals that were good, and whenever I could, I'd snag all the good ones, leave all the shitty ones for everybody else.
It's still that way.
Oh, I'm gonna take these.
So Nick, take note. This is Fort Lost. in the
I have
Woods.
some
Fort
buddies
Lost
who
in
are
the Woods.
active duty, and
Nick built this one too.
Yeah.
they
Oh, this
they
is
do a
great.
lot of
Looks
swapping.
Yeah, that looks really good.
And they really take advantage of the new guys who don't
So
know any
there's,
better. Like, hey,
There's
you
the
know what? Let's
POIs.
trade. I'll give you this one. You give me
I
that
don't know if
one.
there's any more backups.
Not knowing that the
guys
one that
listed.
they're trading
I'm
them
gonna
is,
go down to the other section
Actually garbage.
if they wanted to show off.
I'm gonna look through.
So that new army POI looks pretty cool. Looks pretty
really?
cool. Again, not my favorite out of
Okay,
the ones
so,
they've shown tonight, but
I don't know if you want to
Still
load up the
pretty good.
game, and we could discuss a little bit. Joel did a lot of work on Trader VO, so we.
Oh, that's right. Thousands of lines.
So
This
we.
was before AI could make it easy. These are all written by hand, like 99% of them.
yes, now they're
So
getting
we
into the new
cast
Trader
live
voiceover work that they've been
unique
doing.
voice actors. Recorded over 1,200 unique voiceover files to bring life and story and responses and funny quips to the 5 traders in the game. There's additional features. You know, don't worry, your favorite rec is still cast the same guy. So his amazing, cordial, charming personality is still in the game.
Yeah, good as it always was.
Jen is also the same actress, but we have new casting for Joel, Hugh, and
Hold on.
And Bob.
Bob.
Hey, I forgot to turn something off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the subtitles.
Oh, okay, never mind. It is off. Okay.
So you going to Rect?
Yeah.
So
Make it snappy. I gotta take a
I can't hear what he
It's-
says, but
It
that's
said it
fine.
was off. Here, hold on. Sorry, everybody. Real fast. Enable sub. Okay.
well,
that's,
anyway, we have a bug with subtitle system, and we're not sure if we're going to ship subtitles in the game or not, and we
Now
might
that
patch
you did
it.
the job, I guess you ain't that damn bad
So there's
after
the
all.
nice thing too is every trader does their own sort of voiceover for the announcements
Toggle it.
too. Like if
So
instead
yeah,
of
there's opening and closing sounds are custom per trader. They have kind of like some rumors. I don't think those are wired in yet, but they're going to be.
You better
can
take
ask them
this job.
about these
I'm not in
rumors,
the
and they're
mood
gonna
for any more
basically
of your bullshit.
talk about what they like and dislike. Maybe talk
Yes,
about
they
Ace
are
and Noah,
adding
they'll talk
more
about the other
great
traders.
lines for
Standing
Rack.
there
There's a little
for
bit
it.
of
Don't you have work to
rapport
do?
going on between the traders that they're going to tell you the player as, and it's kind of some interesting side stories you can pick up on. They have kind of recognize the weather a bit, or talk about oh, it's hot out there, it's cold out there, it's weather appropriate responses. Just a lot of little
There's-
stuff. There a ton of detail went into this, and it's going to make them feel a lot more fleshed out. I'm not sure what the status is. Everything's in, but when all goes in, it'll definitely feel really fleshed out.
So it's going to be a lot more life than 21 and a lot more functionality. All of them have a minimum of all the unique sets and extra unique files than in parity with Trader Jen, what she had before,
Yeah.
as far as functionality. But on top of that, we have some other functionality that's coming that's new. Some will make it in, some won't. There'll be files that will get unlocked in a patch that offer additional functionality and different voice files that you've never heard before. Likely, because we're not going to delay the entire build for everybody's waiting for it.
You know the drill,
For
asshole.
a few additional features at this point.
I'd tell
So-
you to go fuck yourself, but you did that when you didn't buy anything.
Because we can get those in later, and we think that
Yeah.
a lot of folks have been waiting for one.
Language
long
warning,
enough.
guys. Language
Especially the
warning.
console
Sorry, I
folks
should
have
have
been waiting long
should have
enough.
issued that beforehand.
We're excited to get that to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
trigger the opening and closing.
So you get the loudspeaker opening, closing sounds, and there's a
Hate
variety
mosquitoes.
of them. You don't hear the same one.
Yeah, there's a lot of randomization to these, and then like when you turn your quest in, those are all randomized. And then there's a special reward sign too for when you graduate to the next tier. They'll say something special.
That's
when you get
cool.
to the
There,
special
and
reward,
Trader
too,
Joel's.
so,
More
It's now
greets
open.
than there used to be.
yeah.
Wrecked language, exactly, Shannon. So they got rid of just the one generic open
wait, I
and
went
closing, and now every trader's going to have their
Time again
own.
for closing.
2200. Well, they'll give you a little warning about 20 seconds. Before they're going to say we're closing soon. So make your final selections, get the F out, depending on or whoever the trader is. Some of them are really nice about it, and Trader Rack how he is. But
If
yeah,
you're
so
still
they give you a little
alive.
warning when they're going to be closing soon.
I'm
and-
loving the new
and
wrecked,
then right
the
before
new
they
wrecked
close. I think
dialogue,
it might be
man.
a little bit before 2200.
Yeah, it is. It's 2150 is what everybody.
You
keeps
got
saying.
you got enough
it
time
used
to make a last trade or turn in a quest, but that's about it. You get in there and get your last work done. But
Yep.
so
Hold on. Couple seconds, and it's gonna play the other one.
I don't think
Well,
it does
few more
the
seconds.
first time here. I think they have to reset the time again to get it to play. But
Here it goes.
yep.
Okay, or come on, Wrecked. Okay, well the closing sound's not working for Wrecked at the moment.
Unless it's 5 till.
No, it's locked now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I didn't register. Okay, well it'll be fixed, everybody.
Sika,
That
welcome
was
to the
very
stream. Thank you very much
anticlimactic.
for
We're all
joining.
just
Maybe
kind of
because
waiting
you-
quietly, and then it didn't even do it.
Yeah, it's been working great for me because
Yeah.
I built my base right next to him, and he says it every night. So
so
it's pretty
Oh.
hilarious, though.
we're a little ahead of schedule.
Did y'all hear it, everybody?
Yeah, let's trade erect.
Okay. Anyway.
Definitely in character.
We're a little ahead of schedule. I don't know if you wanted to go back and show a couple things that we might have shown
Oh,
a
I
little bit
love
or
it.
touched on last dev stream. I was thinking maybe did you load up a monster truck and augment it and drive in it or anything like that?
No, actually we did not.
Oh,
We
the,
talked-
the
we-
new the new mini bike's in too.
Why don't you turn
Yeah,
it to daytime so they can see what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
appreciate
it
that,
has
Sika.
expanded seating mod you can put into it.
I love the
So
lurkers.
2 people can ride a mini bike now if you have the mod.
Yeah, we're close, so F off.
All the vehicles.
When he
Really
said
bad.
monster truck, he was
Perfect.
talking about the 4x4.
4x4.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is a
Oh,
monster
there was
truck.
the
It's way bigger
there
than
was
the
the
old one.
patented
See?
Lathan. Calm
It's
down.
freaking huge.
And you can modify it and have your whole party jump in there and ride around.
Put the gas can mod on and the front plow.
Yeah, the new vehicles look pretty darn
put
good,
all the
and I
mods
like
on.
that they're modular
tenable.
now. So when you add mods, it actually
Yeah.
shows the mods being
Oh,
added
it's-
on, and it
Just do
alters
mod.
the vehicles.
Type
So.
in mod.
Mod. We have too many mods.
No,
Everybody
it's not
hates that, right?
You can is it right that it can
There,
with a
well,
mod you
yeah,
can
there you go.
can
There's the
seat
plow.
you could seat 6 if you have the mod, is that
armor.
right?
Put the armor on. Put the plow on. Put the expanded seats in. Then maybe the
Seats,
head and the headlights maybe.
Is it
grab
true
all-
that it
grab all
seats
that
6
crap.
seats 6 if you've got the full mods, is that right?
I
Yeah,
believe so, yes.
Yep.
it seats 4 by default and then 6 modded.
If you have the
That's
mod,
really
you
cool.
can seat 6, so a party of 6 can ride the wasteland together in this thing. Look at
There
that
you
front
go.
mod.
Oh,
that's,
the armor doesn't go onto this, but
this is
that allows you to run zombies over without your vehicle exploding so fast.
so concept art by
Put the seat in.
James, modeled by Young Hao. This is and then code a lot of code work and physics by
expanded
Sean.
fuel
Boom,
tank.
there
You'll see
are
gas
the
tanks
new
on the side.
lights.
You put that one in. Get the expanded fuel tank. Yeah, there you go. You're
Fuel tank. Okay, hold on.
So there's physical mods that improve it, and you can see a lot of sometimes a model change to it.
There you go.
Once you get a tent for it.
You put that on, and then you'll see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
see?
yeah.
Look
Look at that. That's
gas
awesome.
cans. So you got these gas cans on the side now. Totally
Yeah.
badass. So your upgrade just feels so rewarding now because you got these.
So
That's
it-
so cool that it
augmentations.
seats
It
6
does
now.
plow
That's really
zombies
cool.
when you have the plow, so that's like the best way.
I mean, you could plow them anyway, but it does a lot more damage to your truck. But with that plow on it, yeah.
We have to
reduces
grab a
how-
tent that bad baby yellow or something for us, for fun.
I think there's a green tent bug right now. That's why it's green by default.
Oh,
Hopefully
maybe it is.
The yellow might override. Yeah, try that orange out real quick.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, the green was just installed to it.
Yeah, the
Cool.
green was just installed.
Danny
Drive it
Day,
around.
welcome to the stream. Thank you very
Nice.
much for joining.
When you floor it,
Oh,
like
hold
if
on.
you're looking sideways, you can see the acceleration. It just like squats down and goes. It looks so cool. When you're like passenger and you just kind of like free cam looking around, you see him floor it. It's like the whole pass in, squats down.
Yes,
It's
he
so
did.
real, you know,
Yes,
there's
he
just, like,
did, Titan.
Put a lot of work into.
Physics and gears.
Too
Yeah,
much
just
forgetting,
just a
Elixir,
lot of
man.
little stuff.
You do,
but yeah,
makes you do
it's-
crazy things.
Oh, look at
I
that.
need some zombies to run over.
Well, you hit kill all like 80 times.
I know. Here, I'll just spawn some. Let me come back over here and I'll put some in the road. It's not a big deal.
See, I
Good idea.
showcased this
Right
in my
there.
last video. This little section here because
Right.
they're just having fun, and I love that.
Okay.
You know, if the developer doesn't have fun while playing their game,
About Arlene.
you got some problems. You know that the
Picking on
game's got
Arlene.
some problems.
I know it happens.
Ooh.
Oh, gee.
So cool.
Ugh. Oh man,
Knocking over light
Oh,
poles.
it's fine. It's fine.
Ah!
No big deal.
Oh.
Turn it to nighttime. Turn those badass headlights on.
Okay.
See what that looks like. Got the off-road lights. I noticed that when the brake lights work now too on vehicles. So when you hit the brake,
Yeah, that is a cool
Oh,
look.
the lights light up
sweet.
and stuff.
Oh my God.
I love how the expanded seating on the 4x4
See
is
the
in
tail
the
lights are
tailgate.
functional.
Oh no!
Oh no, we're fine. See,
Oh
fine.
man,
We're
gonna
fine,
blow the
everybody.
damn thing up.
I just wanted to run him over with that back left tire. That was all on purpose.
She just wants to go for a ride. Like, hey, let me in that passenger seat.
That's it.
You got room for Arlene? Lathan's cruising around trying to pick up chicks on a Thursday night.
Okay, so how about this?
Knocking on his window.
Let me run him over.
Ran over Lois Drift.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
That one went flying. Love it.
All right, turn it back to daytime and show them a mini bike or maybe a motorcycle. Those are both. They look. All the new vehicles look amazing.
I haven't seen the new chopper. I just got the mini bike. But they just checked those in, so. I'm only on the
Okay, so mini bike. Let's do...
There's a seat mod for that to expand
Yeah,
it.
pop
So
the seat mod on. I haven't been able to craft one yet, so.
You want me to show it so you know if you want to use it or not? You're like, oh.
Yeah, there's a little bit of controversy over that seat.
oh,
I think we tuned it down.
Well, it became a lawn chair because some people happen to be too cool for a toilet, so we thought that was
Yeah, the
kind of
original
fun.
design,
Oh, okay.
redesign had a toilet as the backup
It's a lawn
seat,
chair
and people were
seat.
like,
That
It still
yeah.
looks cool though.
It's still hillbilly, if you will, and
Yeah,
it's fun.
Makeshift.
So look at that. You got a lawn chair on the back. You can drive around in style. You can.
We got custom animations coming for these two. You can see. So each.
Look
it's
at
not-
that.
It's not
Well,
working right yet.
and,
hands aren't on the handlebars, but when we get that fixed, it's gonna look great.
And Andres is who came from Hollywood Special Effects has been upgrading a lot of the VFX in the game.
Oh, that's right. Hey, I think they want us to show off a little bit of his explosions. I know that's not on our list, but
yeah, you could get a rocket launcher and put a couple of red barrels or explosive TNTs or something in somewhere. But
is
you know,
is the
show
gyro?
another bit.
blowing
I
stuff
don't
up is
know.
always
Do
fun.
like me and take a minigun to your helicopter.
But
I don't know if
is the
I don't
gyro
know if the
in
gyro.
this?
Was the last one on his list. I'm not sure if it made it in yet. It's going to be in by experimental.
Okay, I mean we can.
But there's a new model that's cool. Oh, look at that! Woo!
Jeez.
Well, and the
Boom.
the block physics too, when you destroy something, are more of a particle effect model that turn into a terrain effect.
And
if
they
something
showed that
gets
off last
destroyed,
week, so this isn't anything new. But hey, it's all right. It's pretty cool.
Did y'all hear that? Sorry.
Lathan, what'd you eat for dinner?
my puppy is having problems. Hold on a second.
Burp, burp, burp. Hold on.
Okay, sorry. For everybody who doesn't know, I have a new Boston Terrier, and yeah, he's a flat face, so of course sometimes he gets that going on. So okay. Anyway, let's continue. Gyrocopter, you want to just try it, even though we don't know if it's
Wait,
the new one?
what? Introduce the dog to the family.
Hold on.
What's his name?
It's
His
puppy
name is
time
Sparky.
here and during
People
the
have
dev stream.
seen him on my stream. Here, hold on a second.
Oh, Sparky.
Sparky, I
We
know
showed
you
our
hate it when
cats
we do
last
this.
stream.
You're like, I'm not a dancing monkey. I don't need to be showing every single time.
Wait,
Can't see it, though. Lathan-
wait,
Lathan-
is his
We're gonna
name
do it
Sparky?
anyway.
Sparky?
That's-
Hey, buddy.
That was my old boss's name,
Hey,
Spark.
buddy. Oh.
He was the
He's like, I
inspiration
just
for Trader
woke
Rex.
up.
Sparky.
Sparky was.
Okay, I
Oh
can't hear
my
you all at
gosh.
the moment, by the way. But,
Oh, figures.
yeah. Okay. You want to go back now?
Nice.
I know.
What a cute dog.
It's not-
Lady
so we gotta get Sparky in
Utari,
the
welcome
game.
to the stream. Thank you very much for joining.
His picture, you know.
Or at least a picture on a wall.
Anyway,
About
sorry.
looking for
Let's,
Luke behind it.
Let's go back.
So,
did I miss much? We're
tameable
about-
Sparky
little over
animals
halfway.
coming to a future
Don't tell
update.
them that.
About
They're going to
3/4
actually
of the
think
way
you're
through
serious.
the second dev stream.
Confirmed.
7 days to dog.
If you missed anything,
7
though, I will
dogs
be
today.
posting the replay over to Savage
People are
World Live.
recording
so-
this right now going, oh my god, we're finally getting it.
We're finally getting it. Tameable dogs.
Oh man, yeah.
You know,
See, pets confirmed.
that's my favorite. That is my favorite thing about Fallout 4. Dog meat.
Dog meat, yeah, he's pretty cool.
Anyway, what about a gyrocopter? We want to try to show that.
If you got one, otherwise.
I want to see the motorcycle, but no, the gyrocopter's fine. Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
But you probably can't fly it, so this will be horrible.
Wait, is that the new one?
Yeah, that's definitely not the old one. I mean,
it is.
By
Oh,
default,
two-seater.
too, which is
Look
good.
at that, 2 seats by default.
does it work?
Dang.
I don't know, but
Holy cow!
It will work.
it will work.
It's almost kind of intimidating. Look at that bad boy.
Just a little bit.
So
Look
much
at that front.
It's like
Nice.
World War
That's some
World War
Jetsons.
II nose of an old plane. They cut off.
Take that, Fallout.
Uh,
I love Fallout, by the way.
yeah, we're big fans of Fallout, obviously.
Okay, here let's. Should I even try to fly it?
Well, if
hey,
it
does
doesn't
work, does it work?
it will work. It will work by the time experimental ships. It's one of the last ones he's worked on. It's spawnable.
They work. The question is, can Lathan fly it?
Oh well, of course I can fly it, even though I haven't flown one in, 6 months. But I can fly pretty much anything.
I think.
Oh, look at that! Woo!
You're full of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's gonna crash.
Yeah,
What could go wrong?
Calm down. We're gonna make it.
Bam!
We're
What
gonna
could
make
go
it.
wrong?
Look,
You
I
can't
wanted to go
fly.
this way.
I'm not
You
playing
can't
co-op.
even-
I'm not
Listen.
getting in with him on that.
Listen, I just
It's-
wanted to go east.
Hell no.
That was the quickest way to turn the thing around.
Mhm.
So look, we're going the right way now.
All right.
Don't you worry about it. Look at us go,
Boy.
everybody.
You can
Smooth flight.
roast me about my gameplay skills, but I don't know if I'm not
I
playing.
mean, I
with you on
can.
that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Big Daddy Evil.
What happens if you press E?
Oh, I know what E does.
Let's
I know exactly
just
what
try.
that does.
Just wait. Get as high as you can and do it.
Come on, let's do it.
What? So you can see me die it? What?
Get out of the chopper.
Look,
Get out of the chopper.
I know that you all don't ever see me die in this game, and so this is the only way you can see it. So that's fine. I can do it if you want. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We can do it.
Lathan has
you know
to
what?
be a
Here,
party
we're doing
pooper.
Oh!
Oh, he's out of there.
God mode. Oh, underwhelming.
Oh,
Lands like a
What
marshmallow.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And the chopper lands right by him. Come on, get back in. No damage at all.
It's dog meat following him around.
Oh man.
We have followers now.
That was
Helicopter.
awesome. So we have
Anyway.
we have
Damaged it
a
a
mini.
little bit.
We showed off mini bike. We didn't show the
750
motorcycle.
points.
Joel hasn't seen it yet. It's
You
badass.
haven't even seen it, man.
Well,
Hey,
we had to start a
leave me
new
alone.
build, right? I had one, but it was the old one. But they just now got the new one.
Stop it.
yeah.
It's literally
Wait,
only been
that's
in
not
a
gonna
few
work.
days.
Oh, no, I
so
need gas.
I'm not gonna.
Hey,
I'm not.
let me
I'm not
get some
gonna
gas.
put it in.
It's pretty bad. I mean, badass. I'd like
Oh, yeah.
makes you kind of want to like
Oop, wrong
get a
button.
leather. Go drink some.
You already
beer
have some
and
gas,
be a Hell's
buddy.
Angel.
Just
Hold
gotta
on.
fuel it
Already
up.
just-
It's pretty cool.
Okay, never mind. You're interrupting. Okay. Let's see.
Gas.
Yeah, it was locking up for a second. Okay.
He had almost 2 full stacks of gas in his inventory.
There we go.
We're just gonna leave the gyrocopter there.
Wasteland badass.
Now, yeah, all the vehicles, they are just new skins.
That.
So that is a little
Put the
but
mods on
I
it.
do like that
It's got like
they're
a cool
modular
bug
now. So
shield.
when you
Yeah, it's got some.
Right,
It's got some.
you add the
it's got
mods
some nice
on, it
mods,
actually
yeah.
shows
let me
the mods.
get to the
There's
street
like a,
right
there's like
here.
a like a.
And there
doesn't have
are
like
a couple of
spike
new mods in this version.
Oh
which is
yeah, it
nice.
has a spike front too.
front
That's right.
front piece
Okay.
that protects the bike from damage a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean
That's what it looks like, everybody. And then here, I'll put on a couple mods.
Diet black or something. I think the black looks cooler than the white. but
Oops.
that's
We-
just me.
until we
Mods.
until we type up the release notes and kind of like really kind of step back and say, look at all the stuff we've done for a build. We often think, what did we get done? And then when we look at the release notes, it's like it's daunting to see what we've
Yeah.
a
done.
lot better
holy
than a
crap.
mini bike. Yeah,
Just roll
I
that.
100%
So,
agree.
a little bit of armor on there.
Nice.
So that's where that goes.
Give
Oh,
that-
Yeah, look at that.
Extra chair.
Get that thing a tint too,
Okay. Oops.
or
Nice.
install
Tint
some
it a
more
little
mods.
bit, and we'll
It looks so much better modded out, fully modded.
supercharger.
Uh,
I didn't see where that went, but okay.
It puts a little piece on the engine, if I remember right.
Yep.
It shows
Oh.
something. Sweet. And then headlight. Maybe?
Yeah, the light I did.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I
there it is.
agree.
Yeah,
I
okay.
agree, Danny.
Light
Just
and
a,
a tint.
I mean,
Nice,
basically
look at
just a
that.
skin.
Yeah.
You even got Manny on there.
What
Yeah.
color you guys want?
Unfortunately, the past few alphas have been
Well, we're
largely
getting ready to get to it
cosmetic.
anyway.
Can we see
Wait.
what
Been
red
a
looks?
lot
Let's see
of
what red looks
cosmetic
like.
changes.
Yeah.
And not as much progression.
Man, that looks so bad. Ass.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. Looks really good. Looks really good.
Who's gonna mess with you when you're on one of those?
That looks amazing.
Especially if your character looks like Manny.
Exactly.
Wait, you're gonna blow it
yeah,
up?
Now he's gonna blow it up. Oh my gosh. No,
Anyway,
it's fine.
it's fine.
It took a rocket up the tailpipe and it's doing good.
Even the... Oh, look at that explosion. That's awesome. Even
We're definitely
even
going
the
to be
bicycle got it.
blowing
got
stuff
an
up during
overhaul.
streamer weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah, it did.
Wait, can you ride with two on the bicycle?
No,
Ah,
I've had enough of the bicycle.
Okay.
I've had
Anyway.
enough.
I don't even want to look at that thing. I was so tired of pedaling it. We finally got the mini bike, like yesterday.
Yes,
at
there
the
has
end
been
the
a lot
day.
of dumbing
It's
down the
thank
PC
Ready.
version for sure.
So, is there something else
It's-
that we want to show?
I think it's a
Let's
common
see.
misconception among
You know,
developers nowadays that in
if
order
you
to
wanted to
appeal to a
show
wider audience, they need to dumb their
The Dew
games down.
Collector in person,
which I think is
I don't know,
stupid.
that seemed to be something people.
I think
Yeah.
the
Show 'em the
exact
mods so they
opposite
get the idea of the new
is
workflow.
true.
and-
Okay, I mean that's fine.
So
Fans nowadays are
start out,
craving a challenge.
it's
They're not
crafted
craving
with
to be have their
primitive
hands held.
materials. I believe, like what, about 4 pipes and 100 and some plastic, and one other thing, duct tape or 2, 3, 4 duct tape maybe, and then you can start making the murky water right away. Then, so open that up,
Yep.
Nathan, real quick.
So there's
Yeah.
murky water being
Boom.
made.
So you're making murky water, and then you
Excuse
can get
me.
these other mods at the trader, and they're not cheap, but they really improve, So go ahead and click on the mods.
So they
and
did
put
make
one in. We can
make
talk
some
about each
changes
one.
to the Dew Collector, which is
Okay.
good.
So the filter, you can put the filter in first.
Oh look,
The filter's obvious, but you used to need that to craft it. No longer. You can craft it just from basic materials. So you can get water on day one, but it's brown and you don't have to boil it in your cooking pot if you have one. And so you get the filter in, then it starts making clean water, and then you can put the gatherer in
okay, together
or the tarp, whatever you want, Lathan.
increases the rate of dew collection.
So that one speeds it up significantly, and then the tarp, or no, maybe that one allows you to hold. I think he's got the wrong description.
Okay,
on
no,
here.
the tarp is the
So-
one that allows you to hold, so it'll generate more than one at a time, right?
That makes sense to me because
Yeah.
if a bigger tarp, it would be a bigger, like a reservoir.
Well, anyway, one of them will stack 2 of them in there per slot, so it'll.
Yeah, I'm really glad they made changes to the Dew Collector because I was not a fan of how it was implemented initially. Definitely needed work, so glad that they finally did. Chase says, let's be honest, with the state of the world is in right now, how can a dev think that the average person isn't dumb? See, and I think there is some truth to that, but it's all social media. It's all pushed by social media. A lot of people look at social media and think that is an accurate representation of the world, which it's not. I do not believe that the average person is dumb. I think the average person is much smarter than people give them credit for, because the average person isn't spending all of their time on social media. The people on social media, they are loud, they are insane for the most part, and a large portion of social media is really dumb. But the average person isn't on social media. The social media does not reflect the real world. Whereas a lot of developers, especially game developers, that's where they get their feedback. They look, oh my God, look at all these people screaming about this change on social media. So we have to bow down to what this mob of really loud, annoying people are saying. When in actuality, the vast majority of their customers are not the ones on social media making raising the big stink. The average gamer, the average customer, they're not going to tell you what they think. They're just going to not play your game, or they're just going to not buy your product. The people on social media, those are the ones who are, the loud and the few. That's what it is. Social media does not represent real life at all. The average person, I believe, is much smarter than media companies and game developers and Hollywood and all them give credit for, because they are so wrapped up in their own little bubbles. All they know is that social media bubble, right? That's all they know, and that's where they get their feedback, and they think that's real life when it actually is not. It is the furthest thing from a representation of real life.
It'll collect up to 6 waters. The other one increases how fast it collects, and the purifier makes it blue, clean water.
So you can have early game water that you have to boil still easier, and the output of this thing increases. You can craft it sooner, and you don't have to have like late game. You don't have to have like 3 or 4 of them. Maybe you can get by with 1 or 2.
It depends. If you're in a team and you're doing some dedicated crafting, and we had up to 6 of them running, and it was, finally maybe we have enough water kind of thing. I mean, it's a lot, but there's a lot more demands to crafting now than the earlier alphas. So I would say, one guy could probably get by with 3 just fine if you're not too ambitious. It depends how much looting and trading you do. Like if you perk into trading, you can buy a lot more stuff, and you can just go buy all the water you want almost. I mean, to a degree. So it just depends on your play style, but I tended to have about 3 solo and 6 in a co-op game where we were partnered up.
So you don't need fields of dew collectors anymore, which is nice.
So,
Oh yeah, I'll give you another counter argument, Danny, to go right along with yours. This is the first generation in the history of mankind where the average IQ of the human being has gone down. It is my belief that there are people in positions of power who are intentionally trying to dumb down society, because dumb people are much more easy to control than free-thinking people with, a bit of intelligence. So, Lady Mutari asks, will there be chickens to raise? Unfortunately, animal husbandry is not going to be coming to 7 Days to Die. They said they're going to be leaving that to the modders. So I'm sure there's the modders out there will absolutely add it in. It's already added. You can download mods for animal husbandry currently. So.
Yeah, there's something else.
So,
a lot of people have been asking for the bicycle, since we showed all the other ones.
Yeah, that's fine. We got time.
Yeah, it's cool. Joel's tired of it, but it's a cool looking bike. It's a better looking bike.
Well, as long as I don't have to ride it anywhere, I'm good. No, actually, the bicycle's a godsend.
Chase's average IQ is going down since the 1970s. Like, you mean since the implementation of the Federal Department of Education?
And obviously, so
that intelligence
Look at that thing.
Has declined dramatically.
Feather in your cap.
Interesting.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
When you federalize the education of children,
everything's really leveled up.
Interesting how
the vehicles represent how leveled up the entire
dumber.
game is
It's
now,
almost like
in my opinion.
Those in power.
There's a lot of little
stupid
stuff
people,
going on.
'cause they're easier to control.
Optimizations and the progression, the traders,
Not by
the
design at all.
POIs.
No.
There's just so much that it all kind of feels like the bicycle now. The new character system, everything looks so good. The experience has never been so good. I mean, I'm on my 3rd long playthrough and not even beginning to get bored. It's just fun every day.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right, Chase. You are absolutely right.
Definitely. So we're super excited about bringing all this to you guys.
The question is why and what's causing it. And
Stable
I don't
One
think people are ready to have that
consoles and
conversation
having
quite yet.
Parity with those two.
Some
with
are.
consoles
Not
and
everybody.
PC.
That'll be a first time they've ever had the exact, pretty much exact.
I think it has a lot to do with
Truly,
our,
because originally
food and water supplies.
diverged code
That's
bases
just a personal
with the
opinion.
original console version of the game, which was not a
They had to nerf and cut a lot of things to get it to run on the old consoles too. So
Yeah, they did.
yeah, so
Among
this is
other
the first
things. I
time
think there's
that,
other things
I
contributing to it as well.
believe maybe not in 1.0, but is it not true, Rick, that in a future patch they'll be able to both play on the same server?
well, it already works.
So now they're
Crossplay
talking
works.
about
We've
crossplay.
been approved
Crossplay's
for
not
it.
going to be
How it
in
will
the
eventually ship
original
based on,
launch of the new console version, but they're hoping to have it in
certification
the
with
the
both Microsoft and
first
Sony is
major update.
another matter.
Yeah.
What hoops we have to jump through to pass the certification there.
And that might be a way to get client-side mods onto a console too, if you connect it to a modded PC
It's-
server. Possibly, no guarantees there, but
it's a good hurdle, just like crossplay is in the first place. It's another level of hurdle beyond just getting it going, where you've got crossplay working, and so that we can bring the dedicated persistent server to the console players, so that they can experience like, oh, what's it like to play with 8, 12, 16 players on a persistent server and jump on every night and have that kind of experience that the PC guys have had, and really one of the bread and butter strengths of 7 days. As far as it's a great co-op game or a single player game anyway, but a lot of the community enjoys that sort of online experience with either people they don't know or a curated experience with their friends where they admin the server themselves. And we're excited to bring that later this year to everybody. Exactly how it looks, we don't know yet, but we're doing our best to bring that to everybody. But we didn't want to let that feature stop us from
All right, how much time we
bringing
got
a
left?
1.0
About a half
that
hour.
allowed
All
you
right.
to play it on consoles with 4-player local networking.
Let's see.
And,
Rue
all
Chavez,
features
welcome
you
to the
see,
stream. Thank you very much
same
for
as
joining. The
7
third
days,
dev stream starts
PC.
tomorrow night.
There's-
Actually, something else.
Friday
we should
night
point
at 9
out,
p.m. Central, I believe.
Because I know a lot of people.
We are just going
streamers.
over the second dev
7
stream
Days
from
on
last
Console will be
week.
the first game with native Twitch integration built in. So
It's true. We're the first game on the planet that will have Twitch integration on PlayStation and Xbox.
like, you'll be able to do it directly from the PlayStation and the Xbox. You will not have to do anything special. Just there's a device code flow and it just works. We've tested it multiple times. So for those of you streamers out there, yeah.
We didn't talk about that. So that is shipping in this version. So if you are a streamer that streams on a PlayStation 5 or Xbox X or S series hardware, you can turn on Twitch integration and stream live to your Twitch audience and have them participate in your game.
Don't care.
What's the
Hate
URL to
Twitch.
talk
Think
about
it's a
Twitch
crap platform.
Features. It's what's the web page, Nathan?
But the Twitch integration
7daysdie.com
makes the fun pimps
/Twitch.
a lot of money.
But I don't think we've updated it with anything talking about that specifically. We need to
What
before
exactly?
the release.
But there's a lot of stuff you can do there. Your audience can join on PC or mobile devices, iPads, etc., and with an interface and interact.
Immortalis asks, who or what
that
hosts
you're
a
watching, and
server?
you can
Are
spawn
there
zombies, you can
existing
help them.
servers now?
You can
Oh yeah, there's plenty of
put
multiplayer servers
obstacles
out there.
into
We
the
used to
game.
have one
It's
here in
basically
Savin's
kinda like
World,
a
but
live
I just
game
continued
show
it
with people.
in
It's
November
pretty
of
cool.
last year, I think.
And
Just
and I do
became
wanna
way too
point out,
expensive, and
I know
it
that
wasn't being used as much.
Whoa, what?
So, but yeah,
Desktop
you
just
can
popped up
host
out of
your own
nowhere.
private servers through a hosting company.
I do want to
or-
point out the lion on my screen.
or,
no. But what I was going to say
yeah.
was,
That was
for
a
some
cool
reason I
lion.
did that. Yeah.
If you want to run it on your own
I'm
machine,
trying
you
to
can,
scare
but I
everybody.
prefer third-party
Stop
sites.
lying.
We
Anyway.
used Ping Perfect
Sorry, I got derailed.
here.
What I was going to say was,
when the Savin's World server was
I
running.
know I fooled a lot of people with it, but there was a stream that we did where we actually were playing from the PlayStation and testing the Twitch integration. So we know it works because we did it here on the stream. I know everybody was very fooled. Everybody knew nothing. They thought it was legit, but it was the console. It's crazy, everybody.
Chris,
So,
I
smoke and
respectfully
mirrors, I know.
disagree. You
Secret.
are demonstrating the appeal
So we got
to
about 13 minutes
authority
left,
fallacy.
and if there was a question
We've
or
been
two
listening
that
to
we
the
could field, or if
experts
we
for
wanted to
decades, and
show
look where we are now.
something else like player crates or something again. Some of you guys have seen it, some of you maybe haven't. We could do something like that, or show the
So I
demolisher,
respectfully disagree with that comment.
or alt skin zombies. I don't know, whatever.
I mean, we kind of showed all those things.
So if there's any questions,
We could do a little bit of questions, I would say, if you guys want. We could do a short amount of Q&A, possibly. It is kind of hard because once everybody starts going crazy with the questions, it's hard for us to read them. And we're not going to do it for very long, probably just a little bit. Let's see.
trying to think.
I don't know. I mean, do you guys want to just start grabbing questions?
Exilis
and answer them?
Interna, I hope I said your name right. Thank you very much for joining. Is there any actual story yet? Snippets, but nothing major. The main story mode doesn't come until the final major update. But they are adding in lots of voiceover lines, which should hopefully fill in.
I
at least
like how you're
start
thinking there. That
showing
I
off some of the
thought
lore
the
and the
same
world
thing
building.
is,
So.
if we could do some alt skin ones that if
Lady
the skin
Matari says, I still think there should be a
could
pimp
communicate
zombie
the
to
player
go with the
that that's
ladies of the night
zombie.
ones.
Yes. I like that.
And
as
they
a design
actually
philosophy.
teased that might actually be
We
coming
talked about doing red
in the
radiated
future.
at one time.
Yeah, no, that would be kind of. We are thinking about adding another level of radiation so you'd have like green and then red to add additional game stages to the game for
Chris, you're
quick
wrong,
game
buddy.
challenges.
There were
Any chance for pets? I mean,
there were doctors who were actually writing prescriptions for cigarettes back in the day because they said they were healthy. So you're just wrong there, bud. You're wrong.
we did crack a joke a minute ago about that, but I don't
Out
think
of all
so.
the new POIs, it's hard to put a favorite on the POIs. I'm seeing
Maybe a skin for the bot.
yeah.
The junk drone could possibly have a pet-looking skin, a floating tiger, kitty or dog. But seriously, we don't have any plans for that. But you never know.
Weather system is coming into we're a planned update 1. We're calling it.
All right, sorry, buddy, but yeah, we don't do political talk here. We were just having a general basic conversation. So I need to say bye-bye to you. You were just factually incorrect, dude. So it had nothing to do with politics. You were just absolutely wrong. So yeah, just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't make them, Yeah, sorry. Bye bye. All right, let me go back a little bit here, guys. I'm gonna go back. We'll go back
For the bot.
Yeah.
The
Little
junk
bit
drone
here.
could possibly have a pet-looking skin, a floating tiger, kitty or dog. But seriously, we don't have any plans for that. But you never know.
Weather system is coming into we're a planned update 1. We're calling it tentatively planned for Q4 this year.
Lady Mutari says, "What is your favorite
and
new
we're talking
POI?"
about a weather gating, weather survival system that
I really
environmental
like-
survival, if you will, with that. All details will come.
The new high school
there
looks
will not
cool.
be split screen on the consoles. I thought most of the time I answer people, I'm just telling them, no, you're not getting that. No. I need to be nicer about this.
It
But
was
still no.
Wrecked is based on. So originally, Trader Wreck was this grumpy boss guy that Joel had, and I wrote the first VO for him, and that was kind of based on kind of like. It was like, what character is he? He's always grumpy, Sparky, and Joel has augmented him times 10 with this VO drop.
Yeah, I'm with
Right.
you, Angus the Beefy.
Yeah.
I think that military
Rest in
bunker
peace,
looks pretty
Sparky.
cool.
He died a long time ago.
It'll be interesting to see how it actually spawns into the world, though.
So yeah, so PS5, some interesting things about the controller support. Tom, who is tearing it up on in Australia, there has done a lot of improvements to gamepad support for this new version.
Big Daddy
There's
Evil, thank you very much for joining the
um,
stream, and thank you very much for
you can
becoming
control
a
X,
member.
Y,
I really
inertia.
appreciate it.
There's a little bit of a primitive aim assist when it comes to helping you like focus on certain things in the game.
Yeah, and still no level 6
just
POI,
a
Stanley.
lot of improvements how vehicles work. Just the general UI in itself. So there's are there very many screens that actually have what you call a cursor mouse anymore, Lathan? Haven't we almost got rid of almost all those? So there's kind of focus. They're now
Oh yeah, yeah. So
they all have focus screens now. So, yep.
there's no, for the most part, there is no free mouse when you're using the console controller. When you're using a gamepad, it will snap around and do all sorts of nice things.
It's all left thumbstick D-pad doing a lot of those operations into a focus screens and nice wet conditional prompts displayed where you need to.
I'm not 100% sure if I like that. I'm gonna actually, because I do use a controller when I play, because I'm a console transplant. So we'll see how that actually works in game. I'm interested to see.
It plays good.
I don't know.
Mod support is still as strong as it's ever been. We did not restrict any operations that would.
Yeah, the mods have been honestly what's kept this game alive for as long as it has.
We've kept, that we like the games modded. We like that you guys mod the game. And we're looking forward to playing some of the future mods of this game.
But you guys said that you never
keep
played
in mind,
the mods.
A lot of the
game.
times whenever we add new systems, we try to make sure that everything
Lathan has made that perfectly clear multiple times. No, we don't play the mods.
The challenge system is a good example.
We don't pay attention to the modders.
That's set up through XML. I've made it where...
Of course they do.
Yeah,
it's
modders can add whatever they want to that.
They say a lot. Oh, no, we don't play them. We don't play the
Somebody
modded
asked about
versions.
the challenge system. Do you want to talk about any of the later challenges besides the basic tutorial and homesteading or survival?
Bomb just asked, is there a reason to play navigating a map on 1.0 or is random the future?
Just look at it for a second.
Especially for console, the initial launch of the console version isn't going to have random gen.
So
go ahead.
So
any chance?
And some people just like the navigating map.
Not going to do pre-orders, but we are working on getting.
I personally like random gen
the games
better
live to
myself,
look at and wish list on both those formats. We will be on Game Pass. It's not on Game Pass. We passed on Game Pass for renewal.
Somebody was asking about that earlier.
It could come back to Game Pass. Microsoft.
And there's your answer.
We're still discussing going on to Game Pass potentially next year.
They've removed it for now. Might put it back on next year.
I'm going to show this real fast, but this is the challenge system. We've talked about it. Different things that you could do. Most of the first page is like teaching. It replaces the journal system. So the first row, you watched me do it. I did super fast so we could find the trader. But everything on here is kind of different steps that would teach you how to do certain things. From killing animals to all sorts of stuff. The second page are more the long-term kind of, achievement hunter type things where it's,
I don't like how the rewards are all exactly the same. They're all 100 XP.
Complete 10 blood moons, things like that. Kill a certain amount of animals.
The cool thing about it is that if you've accomplished the feat already, whether you've killed a number of animals, it gives you credit for it, even if you're not tracking it. You don't have to redo it over, like if you guys have played maybe Conan Exiles or something where it doesn't do that.
Yeah, that irritated me in that game.
But
not to talk bad about their game, everybody. We like Conan Exiles, but
Conan is. I played a lot of it.
So yeah. Go ahead.
So as far as discounts, we're still navigating discounts. We think it looks like we have a path with some discounts for people that owned the digital version. It's more complicated on the with the retail side, just because of the way their back end works. So stay tuned, more to come on that.
So it looks like
Coffee shop
digital
soon. Isn't there like 20
people who
coffee
own the
shops
digital
in the game?
version of the
There's a
current
lot of-
console
yeah,
How
there's
could
version
you have not have found a coffee
might be
shop?
getting
There's a
a
few of them,
discount.
yeah, for sure.
Physical copy
Yeah.
owners, though,
Zip.
kind of
Zip.
SOL.
There's
like
actually
me. I was a physical
coffee
copy.
franchise in the game called Zip Coffee.
Will achievements be reset on 1.0? I think that there's a few new achievements or refactored achievements, but we have to get approval to make those changes. There were some changes that just.
Oh yeah,
fundamentally
they
changed,
have
not too many,
definitely
but,
borrowed a few ideas. That is for sure. They have implemented stuff in the
you
vanilla
can say-
version that obviously came from other sources.
So consider adding any high quality community.
And I think you're right,
we-
Stanley. I think
we
it's,
considered that
they
idea,
don't talk
but
about
I think
it
that
because,
would be
you know,
better paired with sort of a
yeah,
some kind of creators
they don't
workshop
wanna-
thing where you can load it in.
You don't want to
We want to be able to do POI packs that can be loaded in
borrowing
and
another
into a
person's
random
work.
world and say, hey, force this to load, force this to spawn, and you can load up additional POIs that are either free.
And to be quite
POI
frank,
packs
guys,
or potentially, you know,
every game borrows
uh,
from other
stuff
games
that
and
is-
other
is not
creators.
free, I was
There's
told.
there's going to be aspects in every
Well,
game
coming
that
out
are
on Nintendo
very
Switch.
similar, if not
It is possible
exactly
to be
the
on
same
Switch,
as other games.
but it's gonna have to. It's likely it would have to be their cloud version of Switch. You know, like Hitman was released cloud only. A game could run on Switch in the cloud. Although there's a Switch 2 coming out, rumored, I've read about that has a lot more horsepower. Maybe it's more like the Xbox S series. Hopefully.
Is there a new Direwolf? Yes, we have it. I don't know if it's going to be out in 1.0, but in a future patch.
Pretty much
sure.
all of the animals
Looks
have new
amazing.
skins and new animations now coming in this version.
Very scary.
The new Grace model looks
Yeah, Direwolf
awesome.
is awesome. I can't wait till he's in. He's really more like a zombie wolf. I mean, if you look at him,
Right.
he's decayed
Yeah,
and
he's definitely undead.
so now
we'll
we're
cross
starting to
pig work.
wrap things up.
Well, right now it actually does work already, where you could join to a PC or console or dedicated server, and even between them. But we don't have the absolute authority to release that yet. So that's why we're working on that for a holiday patch. And there's a lot of legal things that have to happen, you know, for that digital handshake in that curated environment to join the Wild West of PC.
I don't believe so, Lady Matari. I don't think they're adding apple trees to this version.
Will there be tools for the other workstations? I've designed them on paper, but they're not coming in this build. Maybe in a future update.
What is the plan for discerning, improving animation and sounds? Well, the plan is that almost every third-person and first-person animation in the game has been redone for this alpha with the new character system. The animations look amazing. And the first-person hands, you see your gloves, you see your hands. They look amazing. Sound effects, we have another sound engineer that's joined
the
the
new
team,
character
and he's
models,
continuing
character
to
animations are going to be one of the big
improve the
features in this
sounds,
version.
where we think
and
they
they
need
look
it.
pretty darn good. They look good. They did a good job on those.
Will Steam Deck support be added? I thought it already plays on Steam Deck just fine. I was
We're
playing on the Steam Deck.
We're one of the top played, top verified games on Steam Deck already.
Yeah.
Yep. We got the green check mark for Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Compliance. I'm trying to find some more questions. So when we release 1.0, so this is the tentative schedule.
All right, now he's going to go in. He's going to reiterate what he said at the very beginning, but this time around, he actually gives the target date for console launch as well. Version 1.0 stable and console launch. So
Subject to
here we go again.
some game-breaking bug preventing us from June 21st Friday, June 21st, we're tentatively planning for Streamer Weekend to happen. Monday, June 24th, we're planning on a public experimental. We're going to work on that public experimental, and right now the target date for stable, and we're hoping to do a simultaneous release for console too, would be Thursday, July 25th, giving us about 4.5 weeks to fix bad bugs.
There you go, guys. So once again, he reiterated Streamer Weekend. They're shooting for June 21st through the 23rd. The experimental launch of version 1.0 on PC is going to be Monday, June 24th. And their target date for console is Thursday, July 25th. That is what they are looking for.
And pass certification.
And fingers crossed they actually hit those.
So cross our fingers. Our team is working overtime to deliver this.
We're asking about third person in dev mode. We're not going to support it yet. We'd like to. We want to kind of get a professional done camera system so you can run around in third person, but that's not coming just yet. So, but it's something we really like to do.
So first person
7
only
days
still
becoming
for
Game Pass.
unless
It
you're
was on
using
Game Pass,
console commands.
for 2 years. It expired April 26th of this year. We've been talking with them. We could bring it back to Game Pass next year. So
I would just buy it now while the price is still less.
That's true. So with 1.0, that while it's experimental, while it's not officially 1.0 on PC, the price is still early access price, as Joel mentioned. We're raising the price to $44.99 because it's a desert island game that you can play for 100 hours. We've got 12 years of development for our size team. We're close to 60 with an external team in Australia of 10 working on it with us. So we're like really 70 people, and we've put blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of effort in this game, and we're still updating it.
Yeah, I've said before, I'm not
we think it's
too
better
terribly
than a
concerned about upping the
$59.99
price.
game that you
It's
play for
pretty
5
much
hours
standard
and
procedure when leaving alpha.
put away. I've done that
And
many times, and had
45
buyer's
bucks.
remorse
If you've
over
never played 7
$60
days
game.
ever before in your life,
For $110.
Starfield.
Wow, that was really loud. Sorry,
I'm
everybody.
glad that Rick shares my my feelings.
I've got
on
20 hours
Starfield
in it, and I gave up on it.
How crap
Never
that
done that on
game
a
is.
Bethesda
Oh,
game,
it was so
so-
disappointing.
I
If you've never played 7 days ever before in your life, $45 for what you're going to be getting, I think is a fair price. Compared to now, AAA modern games are $70. It's yeah, I think you're definitely gonna get your money's worth if you've never played it before. Will I buy the console version again? Probably not. Number one, I don't have an new Xbox or PS5, so I'm not going to go out and buy a new console just to play the console version. I'll stick with PC. I made the transition to PC from console, and I think I'll stick with PC. But if you're brand new, you've never played it before, yeah, I don't see any problem with the
paid
price.
$69 or whatever it was to play it early even. But-
Yeah, it was like $110, but
Oh, ouch. So yeah, we've all done that, but we think it has the value. What is FPS for console? It runs pretty darn good on console, and we're not gimping the graphics. It has full texture quality
Yeah.
and draw distance. Will they be dedicated food models? Yeah, the guys are working on some of that kind of stuff. That I think that'll come in a patch. There's been some work done on that.
Again, these are all small cosmetic changes that
No, there will not be another sale
Yeah.
before we go 1.0.
The sale is
We
that it's
said it
20.
over and over and over and
This-
over again. It was
The
your
sale
last
is
chance.
at $24.99
Yeah.
on
A
PC.
sale is a sale,
Yeah.
even to a scumbag like you.
I mean, we announced it like daily that it was a last chance sale,
There you go.
guys.
There you go, Wrecked. There's Wrecked channeling his official
Oh,
Wrecked
man.
there.
Hey, you actually wrote that line. It was a good one, though.
You would do a scumbag like you.
Yeah, everybody,
Shit.
we got it. Sorry.
Wigs for the new console version. Well, hairstyles. There's, I don't know, what is there, 20 hairstyles or something like that?
Quite a few. I haven't done an inventory on it, but yeah, there's plenty of hairstyles.
Oh yeah. The new character.
Will there be a
creation
sale for the
system looks pretty
console?
good.
So we're working
It's
on
not as in depth
getting
as some other character creation systems,
a
but
discount
It's
for
not
people
bad.
who own the
And it can be
console
added to
versions,
later down the
and
road as well.
navigating with both Sony and Microsoft on what we can and cannot do. It's been tricky. It's been complex. We still don't know how it's going to land. Right now, it looks like we'll be able to do a discount for digital owners on those. That's the word. We were hoping for more. We'll there Hail Mary chance for people who had physical copies to get a discount, but we it's part of just the way the back end works, and the fact that Telltale Games published the first version of it, and we're a different publisher. Let's see what else. we got.
Well, previous worlds that we started work when 1. So even if it did work, you would miss out on all the new stuff that was added. There's new progression. I mean,
they never work. I don't know what you're
yeah.
talking about. They never ever work.
no. I mean, they don't. But I mean, even if you could kind of get it to work, you'd miss out
don't
on
even
something.
encourage. Don't encourage.
No.
them to even
I'm
try.
saying don't. There's
Say,
no.
I
reason
appreciate
to.
you.
You're gonna
Just
want
being
the
a
new
straight
progression
shooter.
and
Yeah.
It's
everything.
like, you know
and
what?
it would be buggy.
Start
There's
over.
a million items deleted.
It'll be broken
Null refs
if you try to use an old save.
The old betas still should be available. I don't think that's anything we plan on removing.
Well, for Steam, not
For Steam.
Microsoft PC or console, as long as Steam allows us a certain amount of hard drive space or cloud space, if you will, for depots, and then the number of depots they support will leave that. So if you have a desire to play, has nostalgia, and you want to go play Alpha 16 or something,
Yeah.
go for it. Can we see a dog do a trick for treats? My dog would do that. I don't know if Lathan's taught his dog anything yet.
My dog, man, he doesn't even like being in front of the camera. He was all like, leave me alone and let me go back to sleep. He wanted to have nothing to do with this. He never does.
Can Jan have her lab coat back?
No. And you're not getting kickstands for bikes, so not happening.
Good.
Jen
Joel
doesn't
can be
get
the
her
one
lab
who's,
coat.
being
no
the
kickstands
no
for
person.
vehicles.
No, you're
I'll
not
just-
getting that or
I'm
that.
gonna put on my Trader Wrecked hat. Let them have it.
All right, so radiation. So
I think we're getting close to the end here.
we have a
Yeah,
plan
just a
for
few more minutes, guys.
So the world biome border has actually changed. Sean has put some work into there too. It gives you some kind of padding, gives you a fair warning. It
Stretch.
gives you better direction as to like which way is the safe way to go. It's a better system than it used to be. And that said, in our roadmap update, we're planning on
that's understandable,
weather
Danny.
survival / environmental survival. And so
I can
yeah,
understand
eventually
the how people
weather survival in the Raceland will be radiation survival or
have
radiation
less than stellar views of the
Yeah.
Fun Pimps.
environmental hazard, if you will.
I totally
It's the
get
same
it.
as weather,
And I
as
think
far
it's
as we're
well
concerned,
deserved.
We think it's cool.
I mean, if you go back and watch my
But
videos on my
exactly
channel,
Well, we'll
I've
talk
documented that
more
quite a
about
bit.
that in the dev stream for the next release.
Yeah, how it looks, we're still doing internal baiting.
Same thing with the question about the story. We're going to talk about that in the release the dev stream that goes along with that one. I'm not going to.
We're making
Which
some
I
great
still believe is
progress
gonna
on
be
the
3
story,
years
though.
from now.
Like how
We
it's gonna
are.
fold, and
But
I do not believe
It's
for
not the
one
time for it,
second that they're
everybody.
going to be hitting their 6-month window for all these major updates. I don't think that's going to happen.
next dev stream is next Friday. I think we're just gonna be playing next Friday.
yeah,
And that's the
yeah,
dev stream
unless
tomorrow,
there's
guys.
something else to show, I think we're gonna do a hands-on
Yeah.
cooperative play. So anyway,
Yeah, I think we can probably.
I think we're pretty close to being done here.
All right.
Answered a few.
Then they just say their goodbyes and wrap things up. So there we go. That was Dev Stream number 2. So my overall thoughts, much better stream. Excuse me, much better stream this time around, guys. They had their stuff together. It wasn't as disastrous as Dev Stream number 1. This is what Dev Stream number 1 should have been. Unfortunately, they didn't do their due diligence, test things out, come in with a plan of action, and execute that plan the first time around. But I think they learned from the utter failure that was Dev Stream 1, and they made sure they had their stuff together this time around. They had a plan. They knew what they wanted to talk about, and this stream went much better. They showcased some really cool things. They had fun doing it. They were able to get some new news out there, like their target dates for release. And they talked about some really cool changes coming. Nothing like groundbreaking or, like, again, the past few alphas and updates have been largely cosmetic. This one is following the same thing. It's largely cosmetic with a few system changes, like the armor system, the new character system. That are going to be the main big changes, but still a lot of cosmetic stuff as well. And that's just, unfortunately, that's the way it's going to go from here until the end. We're going to get 1 or 2 big changes per update, and a lot of little cosmetic things being added in. So, because we are nearing the end of the road. Version 1.0 is the next big release, and they have 3 major releases after that, and the game will be considered gold and finalized. So we're nearing the end of the road, although I maintain that it's we probably still have at least 3 years out. I'm guessing at least a year between each of these major updates, so that's my guess. They are not usually very good at hitting those time frames. So, but who knows? Maybe this time will be different. I doubt it, but who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed any of the stream tonight and you want to catch the replay, I will be posting it over to Savin's World Live. That's where I repost all of my live streams. So you can catch up on, catch anything that you may have missed. You can catch up over there. It'll probably be, I think Sunday's the days that I usually have those scheduled to go live. So all depends on how long it takes YouTube to process these videos. So I will be back next week. And I think next week, instead of doing a dev stream recap or dev stream breakdown, because all they're doing is gameplay, I think I'm just gonna. So it's kind of a tradition here in Savin's World where the night before streamer weekend, we go through the patch notes. So hopefully, they will continue in that streak and release the patch notes the day before. That way, on next week's stream, we can go through the patch notes, because streamer weekend is supposed to be next Friday, the 21st, until the 23rd. So that Thursday, we'll do our patch note stream. We will go through the major items of the patch notes, and then Friday, we will start streamer weekend. So I do have it worked out so I can participate, and I'll probably go through the schedule on next week, next Thursday. So if you join me for that stream, you'll be able to find out exactly what I have planned for streamer weekend. But the rough outline, Friday is the day that we're really going to dive in and take a look at all the changes. And then Saturday, Sunday, we're going to jump in and play the game. So, and I may be joined by a special guest. We shall see. So, yes. If you missed any of tonight's stream, though, Savage World Live, it'll be posted. We should go live on Sunday. Thank you to everybody who joined the stream tonight. Everybody who participated in chat. Appreciate each of you. And I love all the lurkers out there as well. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you enjoyed the stream. Special shout out to the new members. Thank you guys for becoming members. Appreciate the support. And another special shout out to Kelly and Shannon, the excellent mods here in Savage World. I appreciate you guys so much for everything that you do. We'll be back next week. Monday, I will have my warning video. Tentatively, but I think I'm just gonna call it "Console Buyers Beware" because somebody needs to spread the word about this. That the old console version is still up for sale. And there's no disclaimers, no warnings at all to let console players know that game is not the one the Fun Pimps are hyping. So I am making a video to spread the word about that because it needs to get out there. Otherwise, there's going to be some pretty pissed off console players out there who are purchasing something that they're not getting what they think they're supposed to be getting. So be on the lookout for that on Monday. And then Thursday, man, I can't believe it's so close. Thursday, the patch note stream, and then streamer weekend, and then experimental the following Monday. Whew, crazy. Love it. So I hope you guys join me for that. But for now, this is Savin saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in Savin's World. And remember, the average gamer is always king of the hill on the bell curve. Have a great night, guys, and we will see you next time.